All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to the Brickyard, baby. This is Sim Racing Mania, TurnLeftTV. It's the final race of the season, and it's Indy. A big one, double the points, 500 miles. And at the end of this one, we're going to crown the champion. Who's it going to be? Well, I'll tell you what, I think there are about 9 guys in the running for this championship, and it's going to be a fun one. Thanks so much for joining us. This is TurnLeftTV. Let's get it on. Well, it's Indy, baby. Who's going to be drinking that milk at the end of the race? Only one way to find out. Tune in right here on TurnLeftTV. All right, thank you so much for coming in to TurnLeftTV. Greatly appreciate you being here. We have got a good one in store for you tonight. Right now, these guys are in the qualification session. Well, we'll take a look at the track here at IMS. I don't think anybody in the world who is a fan of auto racing, motorsports in general, is not familiar with Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 2.5 mile, 4 turns. Don't even really want to call this an oval. It's a big rectangle with rounded turns. How about that? Banking in the turns at 9.2 degrees and down the straights. No banking at all, but very, very high speed. You got to set yourself up on those straights. So a lot of fun here at Indy. This is home for me. I live about 40 miles away from Indianapolis, and I've been here many, many times. Love this track, and what a great way to finish out the season here with Sim Racing Mania. Getting a few chatters in here. Forever West Life says, Heath, let's hope it's a good race. Good luck to you today. We will take a look at the point standings coming into tonight. See Thomas Golom, 237 points, just a 6-point lead over Colin Madiak. Michael Brooks sits in third, just 7 points out. Lorenzo Capolini is fourth. Fabio Zerbato sits in the 5th position, tied with Rory Martin. Paul Holt and Cliff Vandeven tied for the 7th position coming into tonight. Giacomo Lapadula is 9th. David DePoli sits in the 10th position. Well, I think you're really looking at, considering the double points situation and a possibility of getting 80 points, I mean, a lot of things have to go right here for you, but I think Giacomo might have an outside shot. We'll have to see here, but nonetheless, there's the top 10 coming into tonight's race. So we've got a couple more drivers here getting some qualification attempt in. A couple minutes left in quals. want to thank you so much for coming in all this season and the support you've given me here at TurnLeftTV. It's been my honor to be able to bring you every single race of the 2020 IndyCar GT Series season here at Sim Racing Mania. And again, thank you for tuning in tonight. Regardless of whether you're watching this live or on recording, thank you so much. Peace to everybody. Hope everybody's behaving themselves and being kind to one another. If you'd like to make a donation, please hit that donate button up in the banner of the channel, and you can donate straight to TurnLeftTV through PayPal. Also, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, it's right there. Just give it a little tap there. And then don't forget to hit the bell there. You get updates when races are going live. Also, please hit that thumbs up. Let me know you were here. And again, thank you for coming in tonight. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. And as always, I'm honored to have you here and feel very blessed that you would come out and watch these races. Hey, don't forget, coming up this Friday, we got Kansas Speedway, the High Octane Racing League Bushwhackers Series. It's race number 5 in that 2020 summer season. Great Xfinity stock car action at Kansas, 98 laps, and this track is tough, man. It's going to be a fun one. Great races there going on Friday nights. Check them out. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Take a look at the qualification results. Andrew Cortley qualifies in P1, 39.716. Thomas Golomb qualifies in the 2nd position. Colin Madiak 3rd. Stephen Miller qualifies in the 4th position. Michael Brooks 5th. Fabio Zerbeto starts in P6. Giacomo Lapadula P7. Rory Martin will start in P8. Richard Brooks starts in the 9th position. Dennis Vandeven will start in 10th. In 11th, David DePoli. Tony Jansen will start in the 12th position. Massimo Martin will start in 13th. Lorenzo Capellini starts in 14th. And Luke Holm starts in 15th. Well, this is Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 500 miles tonight in that famed 2.5-mile oval located in Indianapolis, Indiana. It's the last race of the season. And again, thank you so much for coming in. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. This is Turn Left TV. Well, last week at Watkins Glen, the 15-year-old, that's right, Colin Madiak, got a huge race win, ran down Lorenzo Capellini at the end of the race and was able to capture that victory at Watkins Glen. What a big one there for that Ohio native. Can he do it again? He's got an outside shot of maybe winning this championship, or not an outside shot, a really good shot of winning this championship, so wouldn't that be big there? So congratulations to Colin on his victory last week. Can he put 2 in a row? Well, hopefully you can hear me over that auto sound there. It's always a little sketchy as you go from one mod to the next and how the ratio of sounds happens to be. It's one of those quirky little things with this game. Us old hats at rFactor 2, we just kind of sit back and go, yeah, yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. Make sure the side-by-side is working. It looks like it is. And again, thank you for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Don't forget, you can click on the link down in the description of this race and follow that to the Fanatec website. Give those guys a look. If you're interested in purchasing some stuff, I would encourage you to give those guys a look. That would help me out here at TurnLeftTV. And then also, if you'd like to get a hold of me, there are my Discord addresses right there. And you can also follow me on Twitter at TurnLeftTV and then Facebook at TurnLeftTV1. Just get a hold of me. Always good to hear from folks. And again, thank you so much for coming in. Looks like the side-by-side's working just fine. About 6 minutes there, it looks like. 6 minutes left in the warm-up session. 15 drivers joining us. Take a look at Massimo Martin right now running his warm-up laps. You want to make sure we get that time and stuff dialed in there, so make sure all that stuff's going to be showing. There we go. Good to go, pretty much. Apex modding team joining us in here in the chat as well. Always good to see them. Doing a fantastic job on this IndyCar mod. You know, one thing that I've noticed too, and I want to send out kudos to you guys, is that the AI in this mod actually performed pretty well, and that is valuable, I think, when you're coming out and doing some practice laps and maybe wanting to get a feeling for what it's going to be like to run in traffic. It's always good. We've seen so many mods, I think, these third-party mods where the AI is just terrible. I'm thinking about that Xfinity mod right now. As a matter of fact, the AI is just awful. But you guys have done a good job with making sure that the AI there performs pretty well. And that is valuable when you're out there running around and doing some practice laps and trying to get an idea of what how the car is going to handle in traffic. It's always nice to be able to put some AI cars out there that are going to be pretty realistic. So got to send out a little shout on that one. Just a little under 3 minutes left to go before we kick this off for 500 miles. Man, do I have enough fuel here? I'm hoping I do. I got a couple bottled waters, Coca-Cola, coffee. Okay, I think I'm good to go. I might need somebody to airdrop some provisions in for me. It'll be a long race. You know, I had somebody asking me today, really, can you give me any advice about this race? My advice was just kind of take it easy. Don't get too racy early, and then let things sort of play out. And then maybe that last 20, 30 laps, there's where you start making your moves. But really, I think play it safe, back out of some of those situations where you could potentially get involved in an accident, get good pit stops in, and put yourself in a position in that last, say, 20, 30 laps to be able to win that race. That's sort of how I would tackle this race here tonight. Again, don't forget, coming up on Friday, we'll be back at it with the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series, Kansas Speedway, the cookie cutter, 98 laps. Race number 5 of that 2020 summer season. So this Xfinity Series is very, very competitive. I think we had 19 drivers in this race last week and at Pocono, and I would expect as many, if not more, for Kansas. All right, just a little under a minute left to go. All right, boys and girls, I think it is that time. Man, this thing kind of snuck up on us, huh? Are we ready to go? I'm ready to go.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, boys and girls, it is that time. It is time to get this bad boy started here. So 500 miles, 200 laps at to Indianapolis Motor Speedway to finish out the season here in Sim Racing Mania's 2020 IndyCar GT Series season. These guys are getting on the grid here. All right, the starting order for tonight. Andrew Courtley will start in P1. Thomas Golom starts in P2. Colin Madiak starts in 3rd. Stephen Miller starts in the 4th position. In 5th is Michael Brooks. Fabio Zerbato will start P6. Giacomo Lapadula starts in P7. Rory Cameron Martin starts in P8. In P9 is Richard Brooks. Dennis Vandeven starts in the 10th position. David DePoli starts in 11th. Tony Jansen in 12th. In 13th is Massimo Martin. Lorenzo Capellini starts in the 14th position, and Luke Holm starts in 15th. All right, boys and girls, 16 drivers here, 500 miles, 200 laps. Set yourself up for a good finish here by just being patient. Easier said than done, right? All right, Andrew Cortley will lead the field down on the inside line here. Looks like maybe 2 laps of caution here, or 2 laps under yellow, before we get this thing going. Lights are out on the pace car. On board here with Andrew Cortley. He's got that for Thomas Golem, who was on the outside line. Colin Mediak in 3rd. Stephen Miller will start in the outside 2nd row. Michael Brooks starts in P5. Fabio Zerbato P6. Giacomo Lapadula P7. Rory Martin P8. Michael Brooks P9. And that's Richard Brooks. Sorry about that. P9. I'm sure I'll hear about that one. Dennis Vandeven starts in 10th. Okay, man, things happen in a hurry here, and we're about ready to go, boys and girls. The pace car is off.
Green flag, go.
All right, here we go. Green, green, green. Thomas Golem there capturing the race lead. They're on the outside line. Thomas Golem used that outside line, got the race lead, and looks like Andrew Cortley looking around on that outside to try to recapture that lead. Andrew Cortley there working out outside line on board here with Thomas Golem, our leader, 2nd in points coming into tonight. And now Andrew Cortley down on the inside line here in that 14 car. And these guys are tight. Andrew Cortley here trying to recapture the lead. It looks like he does. So Thomas Golem now back to 2nd. Andrew Cortley here protecting that inside line. Now they're 3 wide coming down the straight. Man, these guys are racing like it's the last lap. Cortley down on the inside, and Thomas Golem up on the outside here is going to be able to pick up that spot. So Cortley has to sort of concede and tuck in 2nd position. So Thomas Golem showing he really wants to get that car up front and lead a lot of laps here tonight. Take a look at Rory Martin here running in the 4th position. Michael Brooks, Rory Martin. Now Michael Brooks in 4th, Rory Martin back to 5th. Looking down to the back of Michael Brooks' machine at Rory Martin. You see Stephen Miller there as well. Giacomo Lapadula not too far back there in the 7th position. Everybody's sort of behaving. They're getting a little racy there, but for the most part, behaving. Take a look at the Giacomo. Oh, we got a yellow flag here as we were focused on Giacomo running in the 7th position. We have a yellow flag, and not sure what happened here. So a yellow flag, and getting some word that maybe David DiPoli might have come around here. So it looks like David DiPoli is off the pace there a little bit, so something's up with his car. He's not got a rear wing on that thing, so he's trying to limp that thing around to pit lane and get some service done on that machine. So Thomas Goem is the race leader. Andrew Courtley is 2nd. Colin Madiak 3rd. Michael Brooks shown in P4. Rory Martin is P5. Got our first caution flag of the night, so we'll see what happened here. You see David DiPoli there tucking in. Let's take a look here, and everything looks pretty good there. Oh, he's getting a little wide. Oh, he's making contact with the wall there, and I think he hit that gate. I think he hit that gate in the wall, and then it grabbed onto the right front tire there. And now we'll take a look at this again. As he comes off the turn, you see he's going to get a little bit wide here, and I think he's going to make contact with the wall, and then he's going to clip this gate right there, and it grabs onto his car and jerks that thing around. And then hard contact right there. Looking out of Richard Brooks' machine, Richard didn't have a lot of time to react to that, but my heavens, man. David DiPoli there going on board here with him. Watch this, man. He's going to smack the wall, and then he's going to hit this right there where that gate's at. And then that brings that car around. And yeah, man, that was not a lot of timing here. We've got I don't have a lot of information on this. So you see him smack the wall. He grabs that gate. A little bit of a delay there, I think, in that, but nonetheless, he comes around, and he's got a pretty significant amount of damage. So a tough break there for David DiPoli. The pits are open. Are any of these drivers going to be coming down pit lane? That's the question. You see David DiPoli there on pit lane now. He should probably shut off his engine while he is taking service, or that car is going to blow up. So David DiPoli here coming back out on the track, and he's got a little bit of an overheating problem right now, I think. That'll cure itself, I believe, once he gets going here. But setting under on pit lane, having your engine idle actually causes it to overheat. So I think he's probably going to want to get some air flow through the front of that machine. Don't forget to check out ZiaComics.com. If you're into this kind of stuff, man, comics, games, action figures, all things comic related, check out ZiaComics.com, your nerd headquarters. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, ZiaComics.com.
Pit road will be open this time.
Yeah, guys might tuck in here, maybe top off with fuel. Now would be the time. If you're going to give up track position, you want to do it early on here. But nonetheless, it doesn't really look like anybody's biting on that coming down pit road idea. Shows you what I know. I think the people who made this track went a little bit overboard on the camera shake on that particular view. And that one. I would just prefer not to have any camera view or shake on the camera. That'd be my my take on things. Well, you see Thomas Goldblum is the leader. Andrew Courtley second, Colin Madiak third. Now that P1, P2 swapped around there a few times. But Thomas here on lap 8 is the leader. Michael Brooks shown in 4th, Rory Martin 5th. Stephen Miller is 6th, Giacomo Lapadula 7th, Fabio Zerbato 8th, Richard Brooks 9th, and Paul Holt rounding out the top 10. Just take a look at the schedule here, man. We've had some really, really great races. Watkins Glen, that was a fantastic one last week. Montreal Street Circuit, also a fun race. I really got to look back there and really look at the Daytona race. That was fantastic. Daytona Road Course was a lot of fun to watch, and I was very impressed with the way that race turned out. So, been an interesting season, and capping it off here the right way, baby, at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 200 laps tonight to finish out the season. Crown the champion. Sim Racing Mania's IndyCar GT Series season. Again, thank you so much for coming in here at on TurnLeftTV. Always appreciate your patronage. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and also share these videos with your friends on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. You're more than welcome to share my videos. Hope everybody is enjoying the broadcast. It's got about 10 people in the online watching, so that's good. Now, the lights aren't out on the pace car. Have you seen that? The lights are still on, but we're going green. It's a little tricky there, right? All right, here we go. Back to green. Oh, man, what are they doing? Reckon they're in the back. Reckon in the back. It looks like somebody had made a little contact there. So, Reckon in the back of the pack as they take the green. Man race here right now as Andrew Corley and Thomas Goldblum 1-2, but that battle for 3, 4, 5 is pretty tight. We got a three-way battle there. Michael Brooks, Colin Madiak, Rory Martin on board here with Colin Madiak. Got Rory Martin there climbing up on the back of him. He's running in the 4th position. Rory Martin down on the inside line here. Tight battle here between Colin Madiak and Rory Martin. Colin Madiak holds serve. To Rory Martin, I'll tell you what, man, he is one of those guys. He wants to go to the front, and he wants to go to the front early. On board here with him, he's running in the 5th position. Fabio Zerbato and Giacomo Lapadula here having a battle. Giacomo down on the outside line, and looks like Fabio Zerbato is going to take that spot. Giacomo diving down to the bottom line here, running down the front stretch on the bottom line. They're going to take that position back. So good swapping positions there between Giacomo Lapadula, Fabio Zerbeto.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yellow flag here. My heavens, man. Hopefully we don't have that. Look at Stephen Miller here, and we'll see what happened. So maybe Tony Jansen might have come around, and he might have been one of those guys there on that restart that had some contact and probably just finally caused him to come around here. So Andrew Courtley, the race leader. Thomas Golom is second. Michael Brooks shown in third. Colin Madiak is fourth. Rory Martin rounding out the top five. We'll see what happened here. Tony Jansen side by side. He and Luke Holm there side by side in the turn. Tony gets into the grass, slides up, gets into Luke Holm, and then comes around. Oh man, that is a hard contact. And then more hard contact. So you see he was side by side there with Luke, and then he's going to get down into the grass. As they come through, he's going to get below that white line and then get into that grass right there. And now he's on that that rumble strip area, a little bit more into the grass, and that's going to cause that back end to not get any grip, and he's going to slide up and then get into Luke Holm. Luke Holm did a great job of avoiding that. Take a look out of the front of Dennis Vandeven's machine. Also, maybe you see that contact right there. And they're trying to hang on, but contact with the wall. So some pretty significant damage, I think, for Tony Jansen as he's finishing up his pit stop here. I don't think he's got a rear wing on that machine. So no rear wing. I hope he's going to have to. I hope he's going to come down pit lane and maybe get a wing put on that car, because that car, as he gets going, he's not going to have any downforce in the back end of that car. So I would suggest to you that Tony Jansen is probably going to have to come back down pit lane and get a wing put on that car. He might not even realize it. So the second caution of the day. Now Tony might have gone down a closed pit lane. You know, that's possible too. It does look like Tony Jansen's going to come back down pit lane there to get that that rear wing. Looks like it. Dennis Vandeven also on pit lane. On board here with Dennis Vandeven, shown in the 14th position. He makes his pit stop. And what's that right there? What do I see right there? TurnLeftTV. How about that? Always like that, man. When folks get the logo and put that on their car, that's pretty cool. So Tony Jansen still on pit lane, so probably a pretty significant amount of damage for him. As we take a look at this side-by-side view, again, you see Tony Jansen on pit lane. He is shown in the 15th position. Pretty significant amount of damage with hard contact in that wall. So finishing up his pit stop now. So the yard of bricks here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Looks like we got a Emmanuel Batista showing up. So good Emmanuel is in here to cheer on Giacomo. Welcome. We'll take a look at the season standings coming into tonight. Thomas Golom, the points leader. Colin Madiak, second. Michael Brooks, third. Coming into tonight, Lorenzo Capellini, fourth. Fabio Zerbeto, Rory Martin tied for fifth. Paul Holt and Cliff Vanderven tied for seventh. Giacomo Lapadula, ninth. David DePoli, 10th. Coming into tonight's race, the final race of the season. Andrew Courtley is the race leader as Thomas Golom is second. Michael Brooks third. Colin Madiak fourth. Giacomo Lapadula fifth. Actually looks like Thomas Golom. I'm not sure what's happened to him. Not seeing what's going on with Thomas Golom, but it looks like he has retired his machine. My heavens. So something's going on with our points leader. Second in points, or excuse me, second in on the grid coming into tonight, and he has lost his connection or something. I don't know, but nonetheless, he's in the garage with a DNF. It could be a big shakeup here in the points standings. We were just going through that. He was top in points. We're getting that one to go this time by, and very, very interesting. Andrew Courtley, the race leader. Now Michael Brooks in second. Colin Madiak third. Giacomo Lapadula fourth. Fabio Zerbeto. Zerbeto is fifth. Nitro Toga coming in. Paulo Chachalowski. Team Cha-Cha in here tonight too. Good to see those folks. So we are under our third caution, I believe. A little bit of a challenge here with some of those folks. So the race leader is Andrew Courtley. Pace car is off. Here we go. Back to green. 17 laps in. We got a long way to go.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. Giacomo Lapadula gets a good start. Oh, wheel to wheel contact there.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Huge wreck there on the in the turn. And another yellow flag. My heavens, man. I was afraid it wouldn't be like this, but it looks like for now it is turning out to be that way. Andrew Courtley, the race leader, and we got some guys turning around there. It looks like Richard Brooks and Paul Holt might have come around. See what happened here. So take a look at Richard Brooks is in that striped white machine, and man, that car just come. I don't know what happened there. He came around. I don't know whether he got into somebody or what, but he got into what looks like. Oh man, he smacks the wall. There's more contact ahead of him, and with Paul Holt coming around. Rory Martin, how in the world did Rory Martin miss that? I have no idea. here. Richard Brooks, I'm not sure whether he made contact. I don't think he did. The car just came around on him right there. That is very strange. As he gets into Paul Holt, down into Paul Holt, and then slams the wall. And then Paul Holt, you see him coming around just above. And those guys trying to slide through. My heavens, man. Paul Holt had to be wondering, what the heck? This is on board here with him, and then he's going to get tagged coming through here. Just gets hit in the back end. And comes around. I don't know who hit him exactly, so we'll take a look at the trackside view. Paul Holt there, and I think he's going to get hit from behind. He does get into the back of another car. It's like Capolini maybe. And then he gets rear-ended by Luke Holm. That's what happened there, just some checking up. And Luke Holm gets into the back of Paul Holt, and Paul Holt comes around. Now Rory Martin in the grass to miss that. That was a heads-up move by Rory Martin. Luke Holm here on board with Luke, as he's just going to get into the back of Paul Holt there, and then they come around. Just Rory Martin here gets into the grass. Watch him miss this. Oh, heads-up move there. Heads-up move. He gets into the grass and heads-up move and avoids any contact. So good job to him. You can take a look at this again. That blue machine there. Rory Martin in the grass right here to avoid that. Too bad we had to camera shake. Oh boy. Richard Brooks on pit lane here taking some service in that Zach Wild paint scheme. So Andrew Courtley is the race leader. We've got a number of caution flags here. Is Richard Brooks finishing up his pit stop. Dino Faldetta joining us in here as well. So we got a long way to go. And my advice to these guys would be just relax on the restarts. Don't try to gain a bunch of positions. Just relax on the restarts. Let your tires warm up, and then you can start getting racy. You're riding around here under caution. You got, for the most part, you have not pitted, so you've got, somewhat compromised tires. And they're definitely cooled off. It's not a good time to really start making a bunch of passes or trying to make a bunch of passes there. Just settle in, even single file. Just follow the guy in front of you, be careful. And then once you get 10, 15 laps on your tires, get them heated up, then you can start making some moves. But right now the pace car is leading the most laps, and that is not what you want to see. Well, don't forget, coming up on Friday, we'll be back at it with the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series. Race number 5 in that 2020 summer season. This is a very, very cool series happening on Friday nights. Racing starts at about 9 o'clock. Practice at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are really interested in doing some Xfinity Series racing, this is a great one. High Octane Racing League Bushwhackers Series, and it will be televised live right here on TurnLeftTV. The stream starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, thank you so much for coming in here and checking us out on TurnLeftTV. Please hit that subscribe button. It's right there. And then if you haven't subscribed already, you can also share my videos with your friends. Any social media platform. Anywhere you can share YouTube videos, you're more than welcome to share mine here on TurnLeftTV. And then if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV, you can click on the link up in the banner of the channel and make a donation straight through PayPal. It's very easy. Please hit the thumbs up button. Let me know you were here. And peace to everybody. And I think it's a good time to have a little beverage here, so we'll have a little coffee.
It'll be one to go this time, bud.
Maybe a lot of coffee. Getting the one to go. So we'll get back at it, get on the horse here. So Andrew Courtley is the race leader, and Michael Brooks shown in second. Colin Madiak third. Giacomo Lapadula is fourth. Fabio Zerbato is fifth. Rory Martin sixth. Lorenzo Cappellini seventh. Luke Holm is eighth. Dennis Vandeven ninth. Tony Jansen rounding out the top 10. So we're getting a one to go. Go green this time by, even though the lights are still out, on the pace car, which I have no idea why that is the case, but nonetheless it is. All right, here we go. Pace car is off, back to green.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Michael Brooks running in the second position, having to protect that position just a little bit there. Colin Madiak looking like he wanted around there on the restart. Andrew Courtley there protecting that bottom spot. And as Michael Brooks going to the high side here into the turn. Again, getting racy here right off the get-go there, off the restart. As Michael Brooks now takes the race lead. So a new race leader here, Michael Brooks. Andrew Courtley now back to second. Lorenzo Cappellini in third. We haven't really talked about Lorenzo tonight here, looking out of the front of his machine, running in P3. Colin Madiak in fourth. Giacomo Lapadula running in the fifth position. He and Fabio Zerbato battling for a spot. Giacomo looking out of the back of his machine, and Fabio Zerbato. Luke Holm back there as well in sixth. Also Massimo Martin in running in the eighth position. Dennis Vandeven in ninth. Fabio's got a little bit of a run here on Giacomo down the straightaway into turn one. Side by side. Fabio on that inside line is going to take that spot. Giacomo now has to tuck in. And now Fabio Zerbato moves up to the fifth position. Colin Madiak here also making a pass here into turn one. Colin Madiak dives down to the inside line, gets below Lorenzo Cappellini and takes that spot. So now Colin Madiak moving up to P3. Giacomo Lapadula says, hey, I do not want to follow you, buddy. And he's going to try to get around Fabio Zerbato down into the turns, and Giacomo Lapadula reclaiming that spot. Take a look at Stephen Miller here, running in the 13th position. Richard Brooks here coming down pit lane. So interesting deal there. Richard Brooks coming down pit lane. It looks like he's going to make an unscheduled pit stop. Luke Holm and Massimo Martin battling for position. Luke Holm down to the inside line and takes that spot. We do see Richard Brooks on pit lane. Very, very interesting. So he's taking service here under green. And look at Giacomo Lapadula here running in the 5th position. Kind of out there by himself there as we speak, or right now anyway. Our race leader is Michael Brooks. Andrew Courtley running in the 2nd position. So these guys starting to string out there just a little bit. But I'll tell you what, man, back there in the pack, it is tight, man. This is a hornet's nest. On board here with Tawny Jansen, we got a lot of cars here being very, very racy from about, looking at about 6th position on back. Here on board here with our 10th place car, Tawny Jansen. That car got a little squirrely coming off the turn that time. Dennis Van de Ven there giving a look on the inside. Wisely backs off. Running in the 11th position. Paul Holt and Stephen Miller having a battle here. This is for the 12th position. Good tight battle there. On the inside line is Paul Holt. Stephen Miller up on the outside line. Paul Holt's going to take that spot. Now takes over 12. Stephen Miller back to 13th. Again, the race leader is Michael Brooks. Andrew Courtley running in 2nd. Colin Madiak 3rd. Lorenzo Cappellini is 4th. That's a pretty tight battle there, 4th and 5th. Cappellini running in the 4th position. 5th is Giacomo Lapadula, and we've seen those guys swap positions quite a few times. Right now, Cappellini has it. Lapadula back to 5th position. Fabio Zerbato is in 6th. Take a look at Massimo Martin. I haven't really talked about him tonight here. He's running in the 7th position. It's been a pretty quiet night here so far for him. And he's one of those guys, man, it just seems to find a way to get to the front. If he doesn't get caught up in somebody else's misfortune, he finds a way to get to the front here. So keep your eye on that 7th place car, Massimo Martin. Luke Holm here finally kind of getting away from Rory Martin. Opened up a little bit of a gap. He's in the 8th position. Rory Martin back in 9th. Tawny Jansen rounding out the top 10 here. Paul Holt, taking a look at him and getting some word that he might have had. Oh, man, that thing just snapped on him. What in the world? That thing just snapped around on him. And, man, he gets into the inside pit wall here. Look at this. This thing just snapped to the right. I have no idea how in the world or why that happened. Maybe he had a glitch or something, but wow. Now, that did not look like that was something that just like losing the back end and catching the thing. I don't know. Maybe he had a something happen with his wheel or a connection issue. What a tough break there from Paul Holt. He was having a fairly decent night. And now is going to end up finishing in the 14th position. Michael Brooks, the leader here, 33 laps in, starting lap 34. And he is close to the wall there on that short chute. Andrew Courtley here running in the 2nd position, trying to get a little bit of slipstream so he can close back in on Michael Brooks. You hear him get out of the throttle just a little bit as he entered the turn down through the short chute. Coming around turn 4. Nose to tail here now. Taking a look at Andrew Courtley running in the 2nd position. Get an idea of what that battle is like between the two of those guys. He's about half a second behind. And it does seem like Michael Brooks is a little bit better through the turns than Andrew Courtley right now. So he is extending that lead to about 0.6 of a second. Andrew Courtley there having a pretty good run down the straights, but he looks like he's paying the price in the turns. But he does look like he gets a little bit better run in the straightaway. So our race leader here is Michael Brooks, 37 laps in. Andrew Courtley shown in second. Michael Brooks extending that lead to almost 0.8 of a second now. Colin Madiak third. Lorenzo Cappellini fourth. Giacomo Lapadula is fifth. Take a look at P6. This is Fabio Zerbeto running in the 6th position. So Fabio about 5.2 seconds down to the race leader. So just a 0.7 of a second down to P5. That will be Giacomo Lapadula. And some of these guys have not made pit stops here, so something to think about. Take a look at this battle here. Tony Jansen and Rory Cameron Martin. This is for the 9th position. Tony Jansen down to the inside line. Tight battle right there, and he able to get around as Rory Martin has to drop back to the 10th position. So Tony Jansen now picking up that spot. Stephen Miller here looking ahead as he got 2 cars just in front of him, and Stephen Miller going to try to make a pass here on Dennis Vandeven. Now Dennis Vandeven coming down pit lane to make his pit stop here. Take a look at Dennis Vandeven on pit lane as we speak. So making a pit stop here under green. Michael Brooks is the race leader. As we see Dennis Vandeven on pit lane here taking service here on lap 40. Looked like he decided he wanted to go, and then, oh, he just retired his machine. What the heck? So Dennis Vandeven retired his machine. Oh, my heavens. Maybe he sped down pit lane or something and decided, hey, I don't want to do the drive-through penalty, and I'm just going to retire. He just got frustrated. Not sure what happened there. So Michael Brooks, the race leader, and Andrew Courtley. The last couple laps there, he lost some time, but he's been able to sort of maintain that 7, or just as I say that, now he's 0.9 back. So Michael Brooks continuing to stretch out that lead. Colin Madiak third, Lorenzo Cappellini fourth, Giacomo Lapadula is fifth, Fabio Zerbeto sixth, Rory Martin P7, Tony Jansen P8, I say Rory Martin. Massimo Martin is P7. Rory Cameron Martin is P9. Luke Holm is in 10th. Tony Jansen and Luke Holm here battling for position. Oh, contact right there. Did you see that contact? Tony Jansen and Luke Holm getting together. Little kiss as he went by. I'll tell you what, I think Rory Martin here is going to get by too. Rory Martin goes down to the bottom side here and trying to get by Luke Holm. Oh, there's contact there between the two of those guys. A little contact as Rory Martin got around Luke Holm. There was some contact. We'll take a look at this sequence again here. Now, this is Tony Jansen and Luke Holm, and they're going to get together here. Right there, there is some contact. Man, I can't believe these guys didn't get into the wall. And then watch us just a little bit later here. We're going to watch Rory Martin as he is going to make a pass on Luke Holm, and then there's going to be contact here. So this guy's coming around the turn, and then there's a little contact to kind of finish it off. A little tire to tire there, wheel-to-wheel contact, and man, I'll tell you what, Luke Holm can't win for losing in that case. So going on board here with Luke Holm. There's the contact. So he's holding on to that thing, and then Rory Martin here looking behind. You see Rory Martin there, and I'll tell you what, I think Luke Holm might have made contact with the wall there. And then on board here with Luke Holm as Rory Martin goes down to the inside line, and then more contact. And I think Luke Holm might have spun, so he might have had some damage. So here he is coming down pit lane, and he gets on the he gets on the brakes and then spun and hits the inside wall. Oh my gosh! So he was coming down to make a pit stop, and oh man, the thing just gets away from him. I think downshifting, he lost the back end of that car, and now is out of the race. As Michael Brooks is the race leader, Andrew Courtley in second. Now we'll say this, Andrew Courtley is starting to close that gap. That gap is diminishing. We looked at that a little while ago, and now we're down to half a second. So it got all the way up to 9/10, around 9/10 of a second. Now down to about a half a second to 6/10, it looks like. So there's some evidence here that Andrew Courtley is starting to reel in Michael Brooks. Colin Madiak is in third. Lorenzo Capellini fourth. Giacomo Lapadula rounding out the top five. Right now, it's a two-man show. It's Michael Brooks and Andrew Courtley running 1-2. Roughly about a half a second separating those guys. We're getting some guys coming on pit lane here. Massimo Martin, Lorenzo Capellini, Colin Madiak. Actually, Massimo is still out on track. He has not made that pit stop. So starting to get some names here coming down pit lane. Some guys that are in that championship hunt on pit lane. Taking a look at Colin Madiak here. As Michael Brooks continuing to lead. Now Andrew Courtley has come down pit lane. So he's making a pit stop. So he's given up the second position to come down pit lane. Fabio Zerbeto on pit lane as well. So Michael Brooks got to wonder, man, how many more laps? And there it is. There's the answer. No more laps. I'm coming down pit lane, so our race leader is making a pit stop here. Giacomo Lapadula also making a pit stop. Interesting situation there of where he decided to come off track to make a pit stop here. I think you can actually come off pit off turn 4 But it looked like he used that access road. Now maybe that's the way things are supposed to happen. I didn't quite get the briefing on that, but nonetheless, now Tony Jansen is the race leader. Michael Brooks finishing up his pit stop here, now coming back out on track. He is shown in the 4th position. So Tony Jansen, the race leader. Rory Martin shown in 2nd. Stephen Miller now 3rd. Michael Brooks is 4th. .51 laps in. Tony Jansen the leader. Rory Martin 2nd. So Tommy D said the instructions for the race were to come off of turn 4 and exit the pits off of turn 2. See, that's what I thought. Take a look at Colin Madiak here on the outside line. Giacomo Lapadula down on the inside line after making pit stop, and Colin Madiak picking up that spot now in 8th. Giacomo Lapadula in 9th. Colin Madiak here wanting a really, really good run here tonight, and he is running behind Lorenzo Capellini. He's got a run here down the front stretch. Lorenzo Capellini going to crowd him a little bit, but Colin Madiak has a run, not able to pull off that pass as Capellini uses the outside line to hold on to that spot. A little cat-mouse game there. Capellini and Madiak. Take a look at Lorenzo Capellini running in the 7th position. He saw that Colin had a good run, but he slammed the door, did not let him have that spot. And that was good, clean racing right there. That is a way to really take that preferred line away from a driver that you know has a run into the turn. You know you're going to need a little extra room, so don't let them have that room that they need. And there was a lot of room between those two drivers, and that was just good, clean racing there between Lorenzo Capellini and Colin Madiak. That is the way you race right there, boys. Take a look at Tony Jansen, the race leader. He's climbing up on the back of Giacomo Lapadula, Lorenzo Capellini. Those guys technically on the tail end of the lead lap. As Tony Jansen is the race leader. Rory Martin here running in the 2nd position. In that 31 car. On board here with him as he looks ahead at the race leader. Tony Jansen coming down the backstretch. Tony Jansen has caught up to the tail end of these guys here. Giacomo Lapadula is in 9th position. And he's still on the lead lap, but he has got the race leader just behind him. Running in that DHL sponsor machine. And he wants to hold on to that spot. He does not want to go a lap down, that is for sure. Just ahead of him, Lorenzo Capellini, Colin Madiak just up there in the 7th position, coming off turn 4, down the front stretch. Crossing the yard of bricks. Stephen Miller here running in the 3rd position. Now he's sort of out here by himself. No drafting help, no slipstream for him. But nonetheless, having a pretty good night here running in the 3rd position. Michael Brooks, remember, he led and gave up the race lead to come down pit lane. So in a slightly different pit sequence is Michael Brooks. He's running in the 4th position. Now, some of these guys, I'm telling you, they got hurt by using that access road off of turn 3 or entering turn 3 through 3 and 4 and then pitted instead of pitting coming off of 4. I mean, you scrub off so much speed being down on that flat part of the track on that access road that, you know, it might have cost some of these guys some positions. That's why it's important to listen to the driver's meeting. Understand what the rules are when you come into the race, where you can pit, where you can rejoin the track after making a pit stop. Those are key things in the race that you want to make sure you understand. Tony Jansen right here in P1 has got the advantage of a little bit of slipstream, but I tell you what, I think Rory Martin here starting to reel him in a little bit. We'll take a look at P2, Rory Martin, and that Tony Jansen machine getting a little bit bigger out of the front of his car. Take a look at Andrew Courtley here running in the 5th position. Coming down the front stretch into turn 1. He's got a little work to do, but nonetheless having a good top 5 run here. Looked like Tony Jansen coming down. Oh no, Tony Jansen! Oh my gosh! It looked like Tony Jansen might have hit the entrance to pit lane. Tony Jansen might have hit the entrance to pit lane. Oh my gosh! Tony Jansen making a pit stop and smacks the wall entering pit lane. My heavens, no! Oh my gosh, man, he just got on the dropping those gears down and lost the back end of that car and then smacks the wall. He had the race lead, come in to make a pit stop, and then leaves parts and pieces all over the track. That was a hard lick. We'll take a look out at the front of Rory Martin's machine right here. Oh man! Now, you know Rory saw that. So Tony Jansen leading some laps here, but now in a lot of trouble. Rory Martin is the new race leader here in that 31 car. Tony Jansen's going to be taking a significant amount of repairs on his machine. What a shame there, man. I know a little bit off pit sequence, but he was leading some laps, holding his own. Kind of out there by himself, so to speak. Really had a fairly decent lead on Rory Martin, but decided to come off the track to make a pit stop and just lost the back end of that car. Now we're seeing Rory Martin coming down pit lane. So the race leader, Rory Martin, making a pit stop here. That's going to give up the race lead to Stephen Miller. And we can see that pretty significant amount of damage there to Tony Jansen's machine. And we're going to take a look at Rory Martin's stop. So Rory Martin here making a pit stop. It's like a pretty no-nonsense stop for him as Stephen Miller continuing to lead. So some guys, they're sort of getting it figured out there, but some guys having trouble. Coming down pit lane, smacking the wall. We've seen a couple guys there maybe either using that access road and, kind of unnecessarily using the access road. Giving up a lot of time, and other guys having some trouble trying to get that thing slowed down here as you see Stephen Miller coming off track to come down pit lane and getting that car wound up here to cross the timing line. So Stephen Miller making his pit stop. And I suspect that's going to give the race lead back to Michael Brooks once it shakes out. Take a look at Michael Brooks here. Now back to P1. Andrew Courtley is in second. Take a look at Andrew Courtley here running in P2. Out of the front of his machine. He's got a little work to do to get up to Michael Brooks, but nonetheless, showing a good running here. Good effort here right now in P2. Now this is the kind of green flag runs that we want to see, man. Good long green flag runs here. Let things sort of get settled out and guys figure out what they're going to be doing. You see, I believe that's Tony Jansen returning to the track. Here's Tony Jansen now in the 11th position. Tony now shown 5 laps down. All aboard here with Michael Brooks as he runs behind Richard Brooks. Richard shown in the 10th position. Michael Brooks the race leader. Now, definitely that slipstream is going to help him. You see he's closing in on Richard Brooks there, but that's going to help him, maybe open up a little bit more of a gap on P2. Fabio Zerbato here running in the 3rd position. Colin Madiak in 4th. Pretty tight battle between the two of those guys. This guy's about 13 and a half seconds down. So Fabio running in 3rd, Colin Madiak 4th. Looking out of the back of Fabio Zerbato's machine at Colin Madiak. He's got a little bit of run here down the front stretch. Again, Colin Madiak came into tonight in 2nd, I believe, in points. Take a look at that again.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, yellow flag as we were just ready to show the points there. You see Colin Madiak 2nd in points coming into tonight. Yellow flag as I was just bragging about all those green flag laps. Oh, somebody's hit a piece on the track, and I think that actually flew up into the stands, and there is somebody there, Tony Jansen, leaving some marks on the wall. So we'll see what happened here. Man, we had a good green flag run going too. As Michael Brooks catches that pace car here. So it looks like Richard Brooks might have come around. Take a look and see what happened to Richard. Well, he's coming down pit lane. Oh, and he downshifts. That's what it is, man. He just downshifted, and that car slides back across the track, and then Tony Jansen is going to make contact. Oh, man, that is a hard lick. There are pieces everywhere. Somebody's going to smack that fin there and knock it up into the stands. And Tony Jansen is some more running over some pieces there. Giacomo Lapadula ran over a piece of that car as well. So Richard Brooks, I think he just he downshifts. Yeah, just downshifts in the back end of that car, comes around, and then Tony Jansen has nowhere to go, and then smacks Richard Brooks, and then pieces everywhere. And then that little fin right there is going to get knocked into the stands. And then there's another little piece right here that's going to get hit by Giacomo Lapadula as he's going to ride over the top of that thing, kicking that over to the pit crew. So Tony Jansen, he can't win for losing, man. I'll tell you, as he is coming around here, and Richard Brooks sliding back in front of him, and then, nowhere to go. And then, back into the inside pit wall, and that is a hard lick for him. Just right here, he just has nowhere to go, and he's going to smack Richard Brooks as he comes through and then into the inside wall. Wowza!
Pit road will be open this time for lead lap cars.
That was tough, man. Too bad Richard Brooks, who's running in the 10th position, but nonetheless having a pretty good, pretty decent night. Tony Jansen on pit lane. See Colin Madiak coming down pit lane. Michael Brooks leading the field. I guess that wasn't Colin Madiak, that was Fabio Zerbato coming down pit lane. He's still on pit lane, looks like Fabio. Hey, coming up on Friday, man, we'll be back in action with the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series. Some Xfinity car action, 98 laps at Kansas. We were doing some testing this weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, and having a lot of fun dialing in the setup, and I'm excited about this race. It's race number 5 in that 2020 summer season. If you're interested in joining up, you see the Discord address there on the bottom of that graphic, and you can give those guys a look. I'll be broadcasting that live starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series at Kansas this Friday. And a good green flag run there on that one. Michael Brooks is the race leader, Andrew Courtley in second. Colin Madiak third, Lorenzo Capellini fourth, Rory Cameron Martin in the fifth position. Stephen Miller is 6th. Giacomo Lapadula is 7th. Fabio Zerbato 8th. And in 9th is Massimo Martin. Thank you so much for coming in to YouTube channel TurnLeftTV style. Thanks to all those folks who have subscribed. Encourage you to share my videos with your friends. And again, peace to everybody out there in sim racing land. If you'd like to make a donation, you can donate to TurnLeftTV by clicking on the link up in the description of the, or up in the banner of the channel. And make a donation straight through PayPal. Again, thank you so much for coming in, and appreciate you being here today to join me here on TurnLeftTV. I suspect we're going to get the 1 to go this time by.
It'll be 1 to go this time by.
Does appear that's going to be the case. Michael Brooks is the leader, and Andrew Courtley second, Colin Madiak third, Lorenzo Capellini fourth. Rory Martin is in the 5th position. Colin Madiak there running in the 3rd position. I'll tell you what, man, Guy got a big win last week at Watkins Glen. Can he make it 2 in a row? This would be the big one. This would be Indy. But he did a great job there running down P2 and taking the victory there. What an excellent race for him. So can he make it to second or 2 races in a row? That would be a big one here at Indy. So big win for Colin last week at Watkins Glen. Don't forget to give ZiaComics.com your business if you're interested in some comics, action figures, games. Your nerd headquarters, ZiaComics.com. All right, the pace car is in, I believe. Here we go, back to green.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. They're 4 wide there. 4 wide. Somebody's got to tell these guys there are 200 laps in this race, not 100. There's a side-by-side there as Michael Brooks, the race leader. But I'll tell you what, man, Colin Madiak is in a hornet's nest right now. On board here with Colin Madiak. Out of the back of his machine at Rory Martin. Rory Martin won by Colin Madiak on the outside line as Andrew Courtley. Oh, there was contact right there. Rory Martin and Colin Madiak, a little bit of contact. Colin Madiak are now dropping back to the 4th position, and he might be fired up right now. He's wanting a little payback. We're on board here with Colin Madiak, and I tell you what, man, that got crazy. Take a look at this pass here as Rory Martin goes down to the inside line, and there might have been a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact. Rory Martin muscles his way through. Giacomo Lapadula here in that yellow machine. He's trying to make a pass here. Oh, he's going to get 2 of them. Giacomo up on the outside line. Lorenzo Capolini is going to fall victim to him. Don't forget about Fabio Zerbato back there as well. So Giacomo picks up 2 spots. He gets around Fabio and Lorenzo. Capolini here might have come around here. We'll see what happened. Lorenzo Capolini, is he tucking back in? He might have spun around. Oh, he gets a little help from Fabio. Oh, he hangs on to that thing. How in the world did he hang on to that? You got to be kidding me. How in the world did he hang on to that? As he gets a little bit of contact from Fabio Zerbato coming into the turn, I believe. So Fabio has a run and gets into the back of Lorenzo Capolini. Right there, Lorenzo hanging on for dear life. My heavens, man. Take a look at this. This is out in front of Stephen Miller's machine. Watch this. He's going to see Lorenzo Capolini's face as he goes by. Massimo Martin saw that too. Oh, disaster averted. Those guys did a great job of missing that. Fabio picking up that spot now up to the 7th position. Massimo picks up that spot up to 7th. Fabio's now back to 8th. Take a look at Stephen Miller here running in the 6th position. A guy we haven't really seen all season. I think he just signed up for this IndyCar race and having a good showing here, running in 6th. Massimo Martin here running in the 7th position. Again, guys, hopefully going to have a good settle down here and get a good long green flag run. That's what we need. Get some laps under our belt here. As Massimo running in the 7th position, Fabio Zerbato running in the 8th position. I suspect those guys are teammates. What do you think? Capolini trying to recover here after almost getting into the wall there. He was sideways, hanging on to that thing. How he kept from spinning around, I have no idea. Here, watch this. Go on board here with him. Watch this a little bit. You're going to see him working his wheels. He gets tagged right there, and he's got that wheel turned all the way around and then hangs onto that thing. That's some great driving there by Lorenzo Capellini. One of our great Italian drivers. Michael Brooks is the race leader, and Andrew Courtley there on his heels. Rory Martin shown in third, Colin Madiak in the fourth position. Giacomo Lapadula in fifth. We'll take a look at Giacomo here running in the fifth position. He's got Stephen Miller behind him. But Giacomo having a good run here, top 5 run. He's trying to close in on Colin Madiak and Rory Martin both. Those guys P3, P4. Andrew Courtley here running in the second position, and he's trying to close in on that leader. And I'll tell you why, man. I think he's inching just a little bit more toward the back end of that Michael Brooks machine. 7/10 of a second down right now, but I'll tell you, I really think this guy's closing in. 6/10 of a second now, so he's got to run. So keep your eye on Andrew Courtley. Courtley definitely has a bead on Michael Brooks right now. We'll take a look at that battle there between Michael Brooks and Andrew Courtley. Down to 5:10, so Andrew Courtley is running down Michael Brooks as we speak. So that's tightening up. It was down to about 7/10 when we started focusing on this battle here. So take a look at that second place machine. Andrew Courtley, the 14 car, closing in on Michael Brooks. And that battle is tight now. He's definitely in his slipstream. Now the thing to do here is make sure you figure it out when you get up behind somebody. Is it going to make that car a little bit tighter coming off the turn? You're going to get a little bit of a understeer, taking the air off the front of that machine. Michael Brooks there stepping on the gas there now, almost 6/10 of a second. So maybe realizes it's time to go here. I don't want Andrew Courtley taking over the race lead. Michael Brooks wants to lead the most laps, wants to win the race, to try to give himself that championship, to earn that championship. Take a look at Rory Martin. He's running in the third position, about 3.6 seconds behind P2. Colin Madiak just behind him. Now, Colin's been working here to try to get back to Rory Martin here. Taking a look at Rory Martin's machine. And Colin Madiak here trying to close back in on Rory Martin. And I'd say that he's got a few things he wants to say to him once he gets up there. Those guys made a little bit of contact earlier on that restart. Both of these young guns here, young drivers. Giacomo Lapadula and Stephen Miller here now battling for position. Stephen Miller on the inside line, Giacomo on the outside line. Oh, Giacomo makes a little contact with the wall there. He ran out of room, made contact with the wall, and Stephen Miller is going to take that spot. Man, that got gamey right there, didn't it? Take a look at this. Stephen Miller going down to the bottom side. And then good, clean battle right there. I don't see any contact there. And then I think Giacomo is just going to run out of room coming off the turn and then smacks the wall right there. A little right side contact for Giacomo Lapadula. Now he's going to be back in the 6th position as Stephen Miller now moves to P5. On board here with Giacomo as that he runs out of room here. Watch this, man. That wall comes up in a hurry. Oh, my heavens. It's a good thing he did not get back down into Stephen Miller. On board with Stephen Miller as Giacomo here runs out of room, and Stephen Miller going to be able to inch up and get around Giacomo Lapadula. Back here with looking at Rory Martin. Running in the 3rd position. Colin Madiak is 4th. Take a look at Massimo Martin running in the 7th position in that 14 car. He and Fabio Zerbato were pretty tight there for a little bit, but he's sort of opened up that gap on Fabio now. About 3-second lead over Fabio Zerbato. So Massimo Martin running in the 7th position. And we're getting a couple of guys coming down pit lane. Andrew Quartley coming down pit lane. So he's giving up P2 to make a pit stop here. And also Colin Madiak on pit lane. So very interesting here as these pit sequences starting to play out. So Andrew Quartley making a pit stop here on lap 89, and we see Andrew Quartley now finishing up that pit stop, coming back out on track. As Michael Brooks leading the field, Rory Martin now in 2nd. Stephen Miller 3rd, Giacomo Lapadula 4th, Massimo Martin is 5th. Colin Madiak and Andrew Quartley both making pit stops, coming back out on track in 8th and 9th. So we've had some pretty good green flag runs, and we had a mess of cautions to start out the race, and that really collected a lot of guys in the field. That's a shame, but now had some good green flag runs. Nice to see. I want to say thank you so much for coming in to TurnLeftTV. Also, I want to encourage you to go down into the description of this race and follow that to the Fanatec website. Give those guys a look. If you decide you want to buy something from them, please follow my link there that is down in the description. It says, help me out here at TurnLeftTV. And thanks to all those folks who have. I've got their equipment, man. I've got the V3 inverted pedals, the DD1 wheel, GT2 wheelbase, and the shifter, of course, and I absolutely love it, man. I started off with the pedals, and I was like, I'm going to save up my money and move up for my G27, and I bought the DD1 wheelbase and the GT2, BMW GT2 wheel rim, and absolutely love the stuff. I just cannot rave enough about the equipment. But if you're interested in purchasing some of that stuff, regardless, please follow that link that's down in the description of this race. And thank you so much for coming in, and we've got a good race here for you. Good green flag runs here, which is what we wanted to see here with Sim Racing Mania to finish out this season here the right way at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That's home for me. Oh, we see Michael Brooks coming down pit lane, so we're rejoining the full screen there just in time to see Michael Brooks peeling off the track to come down pit lane. That's going to give the race lead, I think, to Rory Martin. As Michael Brooks making a pit stop. So Rory Cameron Martin, the race leader. Stephen Miller 2nd. As Michael Brooks making a pit stop here on lap 93. Giacomo Lapadula in P3, Massimo Martin P4, Fabio Zerbato P5. Michael Brooks finishing up his pit stop here. rejoining the track. So Rory Martin, the race leader, and Stephen Miller in second. Lapadula third. Massimo Martin fourth. Fabio Zerbeto P5. 94 laps in. Don't forget the season standings coming into tonight. Thomas Goem, 237 points, 6 points up on Colin Maniac. Michael Brooks, 230 in third. Lorenzo Capellini, 198 in fourth coming into tonight. We have a tie for fifth. Fabio Zerbeto, Rory Martin tied for fifth with 192. Paul Holt and Cliff Vandeven, 186 points, tied for seventh. Giacomo Lapadula, ninth, 171 points. David DePoli, 151 points in 10th. So that's coming into tonight's race. And obviously big shake-up there with some of these guys already being out of the race. Andrew Courtley here and Michael Brooks battling for position. Side by side there with Andrew Courtley and Michael Brooks. Oh no, Andrew Courtley smacking the wall. That outside line, and man, there just must not be any grip there, because we saw that earlier with Giacomo, I believe, smacking the wall. So that was a hard look there for. We're going to go on board here with Andrew Courtley. He goes to the outside line, and I think there's just not enough grip up there in the outside. You see a little bit of marbles there, and he just runs out of room and hits that safer barrier. And Michael Brooks slips back by. Holy Toledo. Come on board here with Michael Brooks. And he is going to recapture that position when Andrew Courtley smacks the wall. Well, Rory Martin ain't messing around right now. He's got a 1.6 second lead over P2. You're 98 laps in. Stephen Miller in second. Giacomo Lapadula third. Massimo Martin fourth. Fabio Zerbeto P5. Got 9 guys here in the race. Across the line here, we've got 100 laps in, halfway. Take our halfway view. Well, I guess we'll start on page 1. Andrew Courtley, he's not the top spot there, is he? That's not right. That's qualifications, idiot. Here we go. This is the one we want. Mid-race results. There you go. Rory Martin there, the top car there. I got it figured out, huh? I'm a hot mess. Stephen Miller second. Giacomo Lapadula third. Massimo Martin fourth. Fabio Zerbeto P5. Michael Brooks, Andrew Courtley, Colin Maniac, Lorenzo Capellini, and Richard Brooks rounding out the top 10. You see those guys out of the race there. Tony Jansen, Luke Holm, Dennis Vandeven, David DePoli, Paul Holt, Thomas Goem. Guys are starting to get it figured out here, I think, and tighten, get some good laps under their belt here. This is Stephen Miller, his first race out here at Indy. 2 seconds down, Giacomo Lapadula third. Massimo Martin running in the 4th position. Got a pretty tight battle there for the 6th position. Andrew Courtley and Michael Brooks. Pretty tight battle here. This is they're about 39 seconds down, 39 and a half or so. Take a look at Michael Brooks. Running in the 6th position, looking out of the back of his machine as he enters turn 4. Got Andrew Courtley just behind him. Now these guys are sort of on the tail end of the lead lap there, as you see Rory Martin just back there. He is the race leader, so those guys want to stay on that lead lap. Now I'd say that they're probably on a little different pit sequence than Rory Martin here, so interesting to see how this thing shakes out at the end of the race. Andrew Courtley here running in the 7th position. He made a little contact with the wall. Has not made a pit stop there, but getting a pretty good run here down the front stretch, closing in on Michael Brooks. Question is, does he have that corner speed that he needs? Definitely sees Michael Brooks, and he is closing in a little bit on Michael Brooks. You see Michael Brooks get down the grass there just a little bit. Down the front stretch here. Now Andrew Courtley here making a run on Michael Brooks. This is for the 6th position on the outside line. Not going to be able to make any move on that outside line. Michael Brooks in P6, Andrew Courtley P7. Good tight battle there between the two of those guys. Taking a look at Michael Brooks here, running in P6. Rory Martin coming down pit lane here, so giving up the race lead to come down pit lane as we were fooling around with the drone. That gives the race lead to Stephen Miller. So Rory Martin on pit lane. And we knew he was on a little different pit sequence than some of these other guys here. So Rory Martin here making a pit stop. Giacomo Lapadula now in 2nd position. Massimo Martin 3rd. Fabio Zerbeto 4th. Rory Martin still shown in the 5th position. Now finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. So Stephen Miller, the race leader, as Rory Martin finishes up his pit stop, now 6th position. Coming around that access road, he might end up giving up another spot here before it's over with. It does look like he does. So Colin Madiak gets around Rory Martin now in 7th. So Stephen Miller, the race leader, you almost lose a lap when you make a pit stop. Not quite. It looks like Rory Martin here just ahead, not quite losing a lap. Stephen Miller obviously on a little different pit sequence than Rory Martin, but nonetheless, he's the race leader on board here with him. Looking out of the front of his machine at Rory Martin, who's in P7. Take a look at Lorenzo Capellini here running in the 8th position. Now Andrew Courtley has retired his machine. So I don't know what's happened to Andrew Courtley, but he's retired his machine. So I don't know, maybe he lost his connection. What in the world? Andrew Courtley says that He's running out of time here. He's got to go to work or something. What a tough break there. Stephen Miller coming down pit lane, and he's missed his pit box, and he has to back up and get into his pit stall. Oh, that's going to cost him some time. Giacomo Lapadula is P1 now. And now he's finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track, so he had to back up into his pit stall. What a tough break there for Stephen Miller. So Giacomo is the race leader. Massimo Martin in second. Fabio Zerbeto third. Michael Brooks fourth. Colin Madiak is fifth. Take a look at Massimo Martin running in the second position. Got a fair amount of time before he's able to close in on Giacomo. About almost 10 seconds down to Giacomo. Fabio Zerbeto in third. Take a look at Fabio running in P3. About 14 and a half or so seconds down. So 112 laps in, Giacomo Lapadula is the race leader. Good run for him. Massimo Martin in second. Fabio Zerbeto third. Michael Brooks in fourth. Colin Madiak rounding out the top five. And look at that Giacomo now coming down pit lane. Again, using that access road to come down pit lane, and guys were saying in the chat, but that is not what the drivers' meeting indicated, that you can come off of turn 4. So he has given up a lot of time by using that access road. And now making a pit stop here. Massimo Martin will assume the race lead as Giacomo on pit lane. Again, one of those things where you want to make sure you read the driver's meeting. So Giacomo now making a pit stop here on lap 113. Colin Madiak here running in the fourth position. Just behind him, Rory Martin. Those guys had a battle earlier today. Just out of the back of Colin Madiak's machine at Rory Martin there. Through the short chute. Crossing the yard of bricks. As we see Fabio Zerbeto here making a pit stop. So our race leader, Massimo Martin, see him pitting off turn 4 exactly the way you want to do it. Oh, no, that's not exactly the way you want to do it. We got a yellow flag here as Massimo Martin had made contact with that wall, and that brings out the yellow flag. Now, if I were Massimo, I'd drive through pit lane. I would drive through pit lane and not pit my car there. Michael Brooks is the race leader there, and it does look like Massimo Martin is going to pit his car. So I personally would have driven around another lap and then pitted my car with everybody else. But so Massimo taking some service and finishing up that pit stop there. And I just got to wonder if that's what signaled the caution. It did look like he backed up a little bit and that might trigger the caution. But he definitely got into the wall there, entering pit lane. We'll take a look here. This is him coming off the track, off of turn 4, and then he just is there again, downshifting. He downshifted and lost the back end of that car, and then the thing's there he is backing up, and that brings out the caution flag. Again, it was just a shifting into 1, breaks that loose. He was already breaking it loose, going down through the gears. Gets down to 2nd, and it breaks loose right there, and then breaks loose again when he gets down into 1st. Not a hard contact there, but Tommy D says that Zerbeto was showing the smart strategy by pitting on the access road, basically, and not spinning out. Sergey, hopefully that's how you pronounce that name, Butsev, joining us. Good to see him in here. Tommy D, been a lively chat session for him, so thank you so much for keeping it lively and talking about the race. Love that stuff. You guys coming in and watching the race. Thank you for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. 116 underneath our belts, 200 laps today. Massimo Martin right now is the leader. Fabio Zerbeto shown in the 2nd position now. Massimo shown as the race leader here. A little questionable whether he's actually supposed to pass the what the deal was there, whether he came down pit lane or what the deal was with that. Now Fabio Zerbeto is going to make a pit stop here to maybe take care of a few things. But Massimo Martin is shown as the race leader here. This is interesting. These guys all on pit lane. Was a Fabio coming back out, shown as the 4th place car. Don't forget, coming up on Friday, we'll be at Kansas Speedway with the Bushwhacker Series, High Octane Racing League's premier series, race number 5, 2020 summer season. Things are heating up in that points battle, and you do not want to miss it. Race starts at about 9 p.m. 8 p.m. is the practice time. Kansas Speedway, 98 laps in the Xfinity cars. That High Octane Racing League Bushwhackers Friday night series. Be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, Stephen Miller is the race leader. Giacomo Lapadula 2nd, Massimo Martin 3rd, Fabio Zerbeto P4, Michael Brooks P5. This is the start that I want to see. I want to see this Colin Madiak, who's running in P6, and Rory Martin in P7. These guys have got a little bit of a, I don't know, competition going. I don't know, a little trash talking maybe. I don't know what the, they're both young guns, and they've got a lot of, pride, a lot of testosterone, a little aggressive. So that'll be interesting to see that. So those guys starting there together, how that's going to shape out for those guys. So to set the stage here, we are on lap 119. Stephen Miller, the race leader. Giacomo Lapadula is second. Massimo Martin third. Fabio Zerbeto fourth. Michael Brooks in fifth. Colin Madiak, Rory Martin, Lorenzo Cappellini 6 through 9. Those are the guys that are still in the race here on lap 119. We're getting to 1 to go. Guys warming up their tires back there. Michael Brooks also, he led a lot of laps and now shown in P5. On board here with him. It's single file restarts. Going to go on board here with Massimo Martin for this restart here. He's shown in the third position. Just behind him is Fabio Zerbeto. Coming off turn 4, you'll see the pace car heading down pit lane. On board here with Massimo Martin on this restart. Giacomo Lapadula just ahead of him. Here we go, back to green.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Man, I'll tell you what, Massimo Martin, Fabio Zerbeto. Fabio Zerbeto got what I can only say is a hell of a run there on that restart, and made a pass on the outside and took the race lead, and that guy is out there like nobody's business right now. Take a look at Michael Brooks here running in the third position. We got a hornet's nest behind. Giacomo Lapadula here down on the inside line in that yellow machine. Colin Madiak in this mix. He's running in fourth. Lorenzo Cappellini just ahead in the fifth position. Giacomo in sixth. And behind him is Rory Martin. So Rory Martin there did not get the restart that I think he wanted. And, some of these guys were able to really get on the gas. And wow. Look at this on this restart. Watch Fabio Zerbeto. He just climbs out to the outside line, gets a heck of a run, and passes 3 cars right there on the restart. Now Michael Brooks, this is the battling for the second position. Michael Brooks here down on the inside line, getting by Massimo Martin, taking over second. Colin Madiak here now down on the outside line. He's up on the outside line as Massimo Martin trying to protect that inside. Colin Madiak using the outside line here and maybe going to show a little bit of muscle on the outside. Oh, man, did he get into that spot or what? My heavens, man, that was a gutsy move. That was a gutsy move. Massimo Martin, I think from that contacting the pit wall here, he is having some handling issues. He looks like he might end up giving up another spot on board here with him as Lorenzo Cappellini down to the inside line. They make a little contact. He's up on the outside, almost in the marbles, and Cappellini gets into the wall. Massimo Martin makes contact with the wall. I see Giacomo gets by. Colin Madiak, Rory Martin here trying to get by as well. Man, that was crazy. Go on board here. Watch this. Massimo Martin goes to the inside. And then watch this. Madiak just dials it in right there. Slips it in that spot. And Massimo Martin now trying to hang on here as he's going to give up some spots. Lorenzo Cappellini, and Cappellini hounding him, and Cappellini gets by on the inside. And there might be a little contact here coming into the turn. Might be a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact. As those guys get into the turn, there was a little contact right there And then you see Massimo running out of room. Almost gets into the wall, but Capellini does get into the wall. I think Massimo follows him. And you see Giacomo gets by, and then Rory Martin here trying to slip by as well. We got a battle for the race lead. Look at this, Michael Brooks. Fabio Zerbato battling it out. Michael Brooks down to the inside line. Michael Brooks back to the race lead. Fabio Zerbato comes off the turn and smacks the wall. I tell you what, man, that high line coming off the turn is not the place to be unless you're going to get way out of the throttle. We've seen so many guys hitting the wall there. Colin Madiak here now closing in on Fabio. Fabio Zerbato there smacking that wall, and now Colin Madiak now to P2. Massimo Martin recovering here. Now he's closing back in on Lorenzo Capellini. But remember, Lorenzo Capellini had made some contact with the wall. And now Massimo Martin moves back to the 6th position. Lorenzo Capellini back to 7th. Things getting a little gamey now. Getting a little gamey now, boys. Guys are trying to get every position they can. Stephen Miller in this mix. He's running in the 8th position, looking out of the front of his machine at Lorenzo Capellini and Massimo Martin. He's looking for a way to get around these guys. He's seen probably both these guys have made some contact with the wall, and he is looking for a spot to try to get around. Capellini to the outside. Is he going to try to push that outside? He's going to leave that bottom open here. Stephen Miller here looking for a spot here, looking for an opening to try to get through. Down to the inside. This is for the 7th position. Stephen Miller in 8th. Lorenzo Capellini in 7th. Down the front stretch. Don't forget about Massimo Martin. Now Stephen Miller down to the inside. He's got to run into turn 1. It's tight right there. He picks up that spot. Oh, man, I tell you what, that outside line is not the place to be unless you're going to get way, way out of the gas. And Lorenzo Capellini making contact, and he has got some right side damage, no doubt. My heavens, man. Rory Martin and Giacomo Lapadula having a battle here. Rory Martin wants a piece of Giacomo Lapadula right now. Down the front stretch, crossing the yard of bricks side by side. Little drag race into turn 1. Giacomo showing some muscle on the outside line. Tucking in. Closing the door there on Rory Martin. Giacomo Lapadula holding on to P4. Michael Brooks is the race leader. He is away from this fray right now. And these guys are getting a little bit intense. Close out this race. 128 laps in. We got a fair distance to go, but Colin Madiak running in the 2nd position. Fabio Zerbato in P3. Giacomo Lapadula in P4. Take a look at 3rd position, and that is Fabio Zerbato. Giacomo Lapadula in the 4th position. Rory Martin, I think he just smacked the wall, running in P5. And we're seeing a lot of guys do that, man. You just get slightly out of the groove on the exit of, say, turn 4 or the exit of turn 2. And it seems like guys are really smacking the wall there, being in that high line. So Michael Brooks, the race leader, and he's got some company, though. I tell you what, Colin Madiak right there. Good battle between the two of those guys. I don't think this extended battle one really shows anything. We'll take a look at that one. That one doesn't work, I don't think. So 1-2 there. You're looking at extending that lead just a little bit for Michael Brooks. Colin Madiak now about 7/10, almost 8/10 of a second back. Fabio Zerbato in third. Giacomo Lapadula fourth. Rory Cameron Martin in fifth. Stephen Miller running in the sixth position. Massimo Martin in seventh. Lorenzo Capellini in eighth. Michael Brooks extending that lead. On board here, or following Colin Madiak here, he's got a little bit of run on Michael Brooks. It's like using that slipstream somewhat in the turns, and then not using it so much down the straights. At least they did in that time. Oh, man, he ran out of room right there. He was really closing in, and he ran out of room. He made some hard contact with the outside wall. He's going to have some right side issues now. Got into the 4/10 range, but now in about 6/10 back, and he ran out of room. Scrubbing off some speed there. Contact with the outside wall, and he might have boogered that car up a little bit. Take a look at Fabio Zerbato here running in the third position. He's got a little company from Giacomo Lapadula. Looking out of the back of Fabio's machine. Giacomo Lapadula just back there in P4. Take a look at Rory Martin here running in P6, or excuse me, P5. Right now, about 7 seconds off the race lead. 136 laps in. Got a little fair distance left to go, but right now, some good green flag laps going on here. So we had that string of cautions at the beginning of the race. We've sort of been a pretty clean. We've got a couple of caution flags, but for the most part, pretty clean here. The most that I've seen are guys having trouble coming down off the track to come down pit lane and making contact with the wall. Rory Martin running in the 7th position. Excuse me, in the 5th position. Stephen Miller just behind him in 7th, or excuse me, in 6th. My heavens, man, I'm lost. Looking out of the front of his machine, trying to close in on Rory Martin coming off turn 4. Massimo Martin running in P7. Massimo about 13.5 seconds off the lead. Just behind him is Lorenzo Capellini, 17 seconds back. Michael Brooks exactly where he wants to be right now, and that is in the race lead, but that battle is tightening up again. Colin Madiak seems to have maybe got his feet back underneath him and starting to close back in on Michael Brooks. I was talking to Colin earlier today, and he was basically, hey, what do you think the strategy should be? And I just said, put yourself in a position. Don't drive too hard early on. Put yourself in a position to be there at the end. If somebody's going to fight you for a spot, just go ahead and let them have it early on. And then, like I said, put yourself in a position. Maybe that last little run, maybe that 15-20 lap range. That's when you really start pushing the issue here and go into that all take and no give type of mentality. And, oh man, he almost scraped the wall right there. But Colin Madiak here continuing to try to find ways to get better. And he is running in the second position. Michael Brooks here having a good night. He's had a lot of frustrations this season with, being caught up in some accidents and so forth, or being sort of, getting in some scrapes and losing positions. Not quite getting the finishing positions that he's wanted to get, but nonetheless, he's in this championship hunt. He's in the race lead. 60 laps left to go. But he's definitely got some company here with Colin Madiak here running him down now under 0.4 of a second. As that closes up, then Michael Brooks sort of inches back away again, so you're now back up to about 5.5 tenths. So maybe a little cat-mouse game going on between those guys. Take a look at Fabio Zerbato running in the third position. Giacomo Lapadula just behind him in P4. And just hit your marks here. Don't overdrive these turns because the thing will just reach out and bite you in a hurry here, coming off the turn, getting into the wall. Try to keep that thing as clean as possible. Rory Martin here running in the fifth position. About 7.5 seconds down to the race leader. Stephen Miller running in sixth. Right now Stephen a little over 14 seconds back. And I think my mindset, if I'm Steven or Massimo or Lorenzo, being where they are, 14 to 20 seconds back or so, is that, hey, we're going to have to do another pit stop. And there may be a caution flag, maybe in the back of my mind, I'm kind of maybe hoping for a caution flag to sort of tighten things back up, but definitely going to have another pit stop here too. And, hey, make sure you hit your marks on pit lane, getting on and off pit lane. That's important as well. Make sure you know where to exit the track to come down pit lane. So that'd be my mindset here is, just try to run as good laps as you can here and then have a good clean pit stop. And then, who knows, you might get a caution flag, tighten things back up and put yourself in a position to gain a few spots and maybe even battle for the race lead. Michael Brooks there almost getting into the wall there, coming off the turn, scrubbing off a little bit of speed here, but nonetheless he has opened up that gap on Colin Madiak to almost 0.8 of a second. So getting some word that Thomas Golom is saying in the chat that they are very, very tight on fuel. So very, very tight on fuel. Very interesting how this race may end up playing out here. So it may come down to a fuel mileage race. You got to wonder here, man, are some of these guys going to try to save fuel a little bit? I know in stock cars we do this a lot here where we're maybe clutching. Some guys are really good, even during a run, of using that clutch and saving fuel. So they go into the turn, they press the clutch, it drops the RPMs down, and they save a little bit of gas. So Thomas Golwolm is setting up some drama for us here at the end of the race. Very, very interesting here as we start to wind down these laps here. It's about 50 laps to go. And it come down to a fuel mileage race. That would be awesome. Unless you're on the losing end of that. Take a look at Colin Madiak here. He has kept himself in the hunt. One of our U.S. drivers here from the great state of Ohio. Big Ohio State fan. Big race fan. Running in the second position. Got a big win last week at Watkins Glen. Kept himself in that points race. Look at Fabio Zerbeto here running in the third position. Giacomo Lapadula just behind him in P4. It's a pretty tight battle there between those two. At 9/10 separate those guys. Giacomo Lapadula here running in the fourth position. Here on lap 150. Take a look at our race results. Not quite 150. Here, we'll do it again. Are we 150 now? There we go. Michael Brooks, the race leader. Colin Madiak second. Fabio Zerbeto P3. Giacomo Lapadula in fourth. Rory Martin fifth. Stephen Miller sixth. Massimo Martin seventh. Lorenzo Capolini rounding out those cars that are still in the race in the eighth position. So Michael Brooks extending that lead just a little bit, almost a second now for Michael Brooks as he's starting to widen that gap on Colin Madiak. You never know, man. Colin might be saving some fuel too. Colin might be realizing that he is close on fuel. So we're getting some word from the chatters that the fuel situation is tight. This has been a great race here so far. Very interesting once we get those caution flags underneath us, or behind us, so to speak. It's been a pretty interesting race. These long green flag runs, kind of like to see that. And then love to see this strategy play out here with as far as pit stops and you know, getting on and off pit lane, how cleanly you're able to do that. Excited for the finish coming up right now. Michael Brooks in control With Colin Madiak second, Fabio Zerbato third, Giacomo Lapadula is in the fourth position, and Rory Cameron Martin rounding out the top 5. And that's actually a pretty close battle there with, I think, 3-4. I think that just switched positions too. We'll take a look at the pass there with Giacomo Lapadula down to the inside line on Fabio Zerbato and takes over P3. So Fabio now back to P4 as Giacomo picks up that spot. So a good run for him. Late race pass. Now in the top 3. Giacomo there playing a little defense as Fabio Zerbato went down to the inside, looking like he wanted to get that spot back. No can do this time by. Take a look at Rory Martin running in the 5th position at 10 seconds back. We are getting some guys coming down pit lane. Now Stephen Miller on pit lane here on lap 155. So maybe he's realizing, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it on fuel. I'm just going to go ahead and pit now. Just pit now and get that out of the way. And then he'll be good to go to the rest of the way, and then hope these guys have to make pit stops. It's a little side-by-side view here as he's finishing up his pit stop. Coming back out on track. So Stephen Miller showing in the 8th position, making the pit stop here. Maybe this will start coaxing guys to come down pit lane. As we're looking at our race leader here, Michael Brooks. He has opened up that gap now to a little over a second. We are getting some more drivers on pit lane. Look at this, Giacomo Lapadula on pit lane. Why in the hell was the right side of that car up? I don't think it usually does that, does it? Maybe it was the whole car, but I don't know. But Giacomo finishing up his pit stop there. Fabio Zerbato on pit lane as well, taking service. So Giacomo now coming back out on track. So some of these guys are coming down pit lane, so that may spark some of these other guys to make pit stops. You see Giacomo now rejoining the track. Around the turn. So got to be wondering here as they see Rory Martin is just out of the front of his car at Giacomo Lapadula. Rory Martin here, does he have enough fuel to make it to the end? He's running in the 2nd position, I believe now. As Colin Madiak gives up the 2nd spot to come down pit lane. So he figured, hey, I don't have enough fuel, I'm going to do it here. And Michael Brooks, I got to wonder, man, does he have enough fuel here? I'm thinking he probably doesn't. Michael Brooks coming down pit lane here. Here we go. Going to be tight on fuel we're here, and so coming down pit lane. Michael Brooks, the race leader, making a pit stop. Rory Martin coming off the track to make a pit stop here. So Michael Brooks making a pit stop. Lorenzo Capellini, we're taking a look at him. He's in the 3rd position. Michael Brooks, Rory Martin on pit lane. Michael Brooks finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. You see Lorenzo Capellini coming down pit lane. making a pit stop here. So Colin Madiak takes the race lead as you see Michael Brooks rejoining the track, and Colin Madiak in the race lead now. In that 13 car, Michael Brooks now back to the second position. So a swapping of positions here. Very interesting. Look at that, man. Osni Cardoso joining us? Oh my gosh, how about that, huh? 40 laps to go. Colin Madiak, the race leader. Michael Brooks about 9/10 of a second back in the second position. Giacomo Lapadula in third. Fabio Zerbeto fourth. Rory Martin in fifth. Good to see Osni showing up here in the chat. Colin Madiak, the race leader. Michael Brooks second. Michael Brooks closing in on Colin. At 6/10 of a second here is Michael Brooks trying to close in on this 13 car. So Michael Brooks has a run here on Colin. Closing in. On board here with Michael Brooks, our second place car, and he's got a heck of a run here. He's going to the outside line. Battle for the race lead into turn one, side by side. There might have been a little bit of contact there. Michael Brooks sticking with that outside. Side by side, Colin Madiak down on the inside line, and Michael Brooks on the outside. And Colin Madiak has to tuck in as Michael Brooks takes the race lead. Colin Madiak now back to second. He's got a run here on Michael Brooks. He slams the door. Michael Brooks slamming the door. Well, Michael Brooks taking that race lead. As we do side-by-side view here, looking out of the front of Colin Madiak's machine. How in the hell does he see out of the front of that thing? That's my other computer in the field of view. That's a little jacked, but nonetheless, there you go. And Michael Brooks here working his way through traffic. It's around Stephen Miller. Colin Madiak there sort of has a little bit more trouble with Stephen Miller there. Colin Madiak has to go to the outside and to try to get around Stephen Miller. So Colin Madiak has some trouble and scrubs off some speed trying to get by our sixth place car, Stephen Miller. We're going here, look at this pass for the lead as Michael Brooks went to the high side. There was a little contact right there, maybe wheel-to-wheel contact. Michael Brooks stayed in the gas on the outside line, committed, and is able to clear the 13 car coming down the backstretch off of turn 2. Looked like Colin had looked down, peeked down to that inside line, and then Michael Brooks slammed the door on the inside and able to hold on to P1. So now has almost a second lead over Colin Madiak. So some implications here, I'll tell you, man. Positioning. Could it come down to the last lap? Who knows? Again, we'll take a look at the point standings coming into tonight. And look at that. Only 1 point separates Colin Madiak and Michael Brooks. 231 to 230 coming into tonight's race. Michael Brooks has led some laps. Colin Madiak's led some laps. Question is, who's led the most laps? And I think early on, Michael led a lot of laps here. So if he's going to get credit for leading the most laps, then, you know, things end the way they do. Of course, he's going to get the points for winning the race, too. but a long way to go. It ain't over. The fat lady's not singing yet, baby. It is not over. Take a look at Giacomo Lapadula. He's running in the 3rd position. About 10.5 seconds back. Fabio Zerbeto in 4th. Running about 15 seconds back. You hear him get out of the throttle there. He burned off the right side tires there on that turn. A little bit too hot and had to get out of the gas. Rory Martin here running in the 5th position. 24 seconds back. Here on lap 169. Every time Michael Brooks seems to open up that gap, Colin Madiak finds a way to close back in. So now just under 7/10 of a second. So it was up to about a second, now down to 7/10. So Madiak, they're finding some groove and closing back in on Michael Brooks. And I would say that if whoever wins the race between the two of these guys is going to be the champion. That's kind of the way that I look at that, because they're 1 point apart, and if Colin is able to win this race, he wins the championship. If Michael wins this race, he wins the championship. Giacomo Lapadula might have a little bit to say about that. Long way from being finished here as we cross the line, and 171 scheduled for 200. Oh, Madiak there might have come around and smacked the wall. My heavens, man, he looked like he hit the wall a ton, and he is scrubbing off a lot of speed there now. He looked like he hit the wall a ton. And I would bet you he is, he's hit the wall pretty significantly now. He's 3 seconds back, so saw that car fly into the wall. Take a look at Lorenzo Capolini going down to the inside line here, trying to get by Stephen Miller. He does. Stephen Miller here. There might have been some issues with him, so he's now back shown in the 8th position. Take a look at this just a little bit later in the sequence there as Lapadula gets by, and also, there's what happened, man. Oh my gosh, Capolini and Stephen Miller get together here. Take a look at this again on this pass as Lapadula gets by on the bottom side. Stephen Miller up on the high side, and he continues to inch down, and gets into Capolini, and then smacks the wall hard. Contact with the wall there. Capolini was just maintaining his line, it looked like, but Stephen Miller kept inching down the track and got into Lorenzo Capolini. And Michael Brooks has probably got to like what he sees out of his machine right now. He's got a 2.7 second lead. Stephen Miller on pit lane here, taking service. A little bit of contact, or a lot of contact for him with the wall after making contact with Lorenzo Capolini. And now on pit lane. Pretty extensive pit stop for Stephen Miller. He's finishing up his pit stop, coming back out. He is shown in the 8th position. As our race leader is Michael Brooks. Colin Madiak in 2nd. Now, he's got some work to do, but he's really closed the gap a little bit. Now, that may be a situation where maybe Michael Brooks might be just saving, not pushing his stuff, and letting Colin Madiak here gain some time. Take a look at the Giacomo Lapadula here running in P3. On board here with Giacomo. See, they're closing in on Massimo Martin. Now, Massimo shown in the 6th position. Lorenzo Cappellini in this mix as well. Also, Stephen Miller, after rejoining the track, shown in the 8th position. He's going down to the inside line. They're 3 wide. Coming down the backstretch. Oh, contact right there. Stephen Miller and Lorenzo Cappellini getting together. Cappellini is going to use that to maybe gain a spot there on Giacomo Lapadula. Actually, it looks like Giacomo is in 3rd, so Massimo's or Lorenzo Cappellini in the 7th position. I got excited for nothing. Take a look at Stephen Miller here running in the 8th position. So they looks like they got things sort of figured out. Cappellini here running in the 7th spot. Massimo Martin just ahead in 6th. So that battle would be for position. Now, Stephen Miller is 2 laps down off these guys. He is on fresh tires. Obviously, got a little Superman syndrome going on there for Stephen Miller. He's closing in on Massimo. Take a look at Colin Madiak here running in the 2nd position, 2.5 seconds back. Going to need a little bit of help to get back in the hunt here as Michael Brooks closing in on Rory Martin. Trying to get by there. Rory Martin giving him a little bit of room. Maybe not as much as Michael would want, but nonetheless, he gets by Rory Martin. Question will be when Colin Madiak closes in on Rory Martin. On board here with Colin Madiak. If he closes in on Rory Martin, how's that battle going to turn out? There's Rory running in the 5th position. Colin running in 2nd. Giacomo Lapadula, Fabio Zerbato. So Giacomo Lapadula here having a battle. See Cappellini there in the 7th position now. Giacomo actually running in 3rd, so those 2 guys not on the same lap. Giacomo running in the 3rd position. Well, Colin Madiak has caught Rory Cameron Martin here through the turn. How much room, and he gets it gives him quite a bit of room. Is go ahead, go racing. Again, good driving sense there from Rory Cameron Martin to give him some room and let him get around so he doesn't scrub off a lot of speed. Does not want to affect the outcome of the race in that capacity. Michael Brooks here now rolling up on some more lap traffic, and it looks like maybe Stephen Miller just ahead of him. That is not Stephen Miller. it's Fabio Zerbeto, who's just ahead. So on board here with Fabio Zerbeto, he's in P4. Now he's got every right, I think, to race because he is on the lead lap and he wants to stay on the lead lap. But there you go. He's going to give up that spot. Now drops back a lap as Michael Brooks gets by. 2.3 seconds here with 17 laps to go. Kalamadiak second. Giacomo Lapadula third. Fabio Zerbeto in fourth. Rory Cameron Martin, and we got a yellow flag. Now see, that is a situation where if I happen to be, say, Fabio Zerbeto, who just got passed and now is a lap down, I would have fought. I think I would have fought to stay on that lead lap just for that purpose right there, because there is no lucky dog, and now you're stuck a lap down. Well, we were talking about fuel mileage. Throw it out the window, as we have a yellow flag here on lap 184. It's a word that Giacomo Lapadula might have come around. Oh, he gets into the ground. Man, that was just not a good entry into the turn. And then there is Massimo Martin. There's some contact. Look at that. Lapadula there hanging on sideways. And then up in the fence. Man, that was a hard lick right there, wasn't it? Again, we'll take a look here. And he just had not a good corner entry right there. And then slides up the track, gets into Massimo Martin, and then up the wall. Holy smokes. And who got by there is it was Capolini, I believe. Push this out of the front of Capolini's machine. So that was an interesting little sequence there. Giacomo just kind of missed that turn, and one thing led to another. He had somebody on the outside and got into him, and not exactly his intent, I'm sure. But like I said, Giacomo had missed that turn. Go on board here with him. Watch this. He's just not a good corner entry there. He was just trying to dive in and then, oh man, climbing the wall. A tough break there for him. Well, now Michael Brooks, the race leader. I think I might make a pit stop. Not to take fuel, but to take tires. That would be my strategy, I think, because you really don't have very many drivers on the lead lap. And what the heck, if you're a lead lap car, dive down pit lane, take some tires, and now you got fresh tires here. Looks like Michael Brooks going to come. No, he's not. Michael Brooks not coming here, but Kalamadiak stays out too. And again, if I were Kalamadiak, I would come down pit lane and get fresh tires on that machine. I mean, what the heck? What do you get to lose? Because it looks to me like there are just two cars on the lead lap. I might be wrong about that, but looking at my data here, it's just Michael Brooks and Kalamadiak. So you're not going to lose any. You're not going to lose any positions on the grid, and now you got fresh tires to go at it. So that'd be my strategy. I'd come down pit lane. But I'm not the expert in that. So we got to be wondering what's going through the kid's head right now. Huh? What are you doing? Get you some tires, boy. Michael Brooks, I think he's going to stay out here. I just don't think he's going to give up that race lead to come down pit lane. Now, my guess for the rest of these guys is that some of these other guys like Fabio, who is technically a lap down right now, he wants them to go down pit lane because he wants to jump in front of them, stay out. He'll get a drive all the way around, I believe, and get back on the lead lap. Colin Maniac here acting like he's going to be coming down pit lane, and I think that's... Oh, man, I thought he was going to listen to me. Thought he was going to listen to me. We are getting some guys coming down pit lane. See Lorenzo Capellini and Massimo Martin, both those guys pitting. Capellini there getting an extra drink of water. So again, hey, it's hard to overthink these things, or it's easy to overthink these things, I believe. And also setting off on the sidelines, it's a lot easier to make those guesses too. But what I was saying is that if I happened to be Colin Maniac and I was running in the second position, and from the looks of it, it looks like there are only 2 cars on the lead lap, is that I would come down pit lane, take 4 tires, and let the heck with the rest of these guys. They're not on the lead lap. And let's not forget that Colin had also had a little bit of a contact with the wall on that last run too. So we are getting the 1 to go. A little bit of contact on that last green flag run, that it would give him a chance to get that fixed. 4 fresh tires on the car. Don't take any fuel, and then he can get after it. But looks like he's decided to stay out. I'm not coaching him up. Well, Michael Brooks is the leader. Colin Maniac second. Fabio Zerbato third. Rory Cameron Martin is in P4. Giacomo Lapadula P5. Massimo Martin is in P6. Capellini, I don't know where he's going. Capellini is in the grass here. Capellini mowing some grass, cutting the lawn. Or when I lived in Australia, she called it, my roommate, she called it the garden. Gonna work in the garden. It's no garden. It's not a garden. It's a yard. It's a lawn. All right, the pace car is off. Here we go, man. We're going back to green. Michael Brooks will lead the field to take the green flag. Don't forget about Fabio Zerbato there.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Second in line, third in position. Rory Martin on the outside line. There's a Colin Maniac here getting buried deeper in traffic. That is exactly what I think Michael Brooks is going to want to see. But don't forget that some of these guys that have come down pit lane are going to have a little bit more mustard on the sandwich. As Michael Brooks to the inside line here, as Rory Martin trying to muscle his way through. Oh, contact right there. Fabio Zerbato, I think he made hard contact with the wall. Rory Martin here. Ooh, I think Michael Brooks might have slapped the wall. Look at these guys. There's 3 wide here. Giacomo Lapadula. Looks like a Lorenzo Capellini in this mix as well. Colin Madiak says, what the heck is going on? They are 3 wide. Oh, man, they got together right there. Colin Madiak almost got put into the wall. Almost got put into the wall. Colin Madiak here, he is trying to figure out what in the world is going on. As that Capellini having a battle here. Capellini and Giacomo Lapadula battling it out. That's exactly, see Capellini and Lapadula there battling it out. And that is exactly what Michael Brooks wants to see. Lorenzo Capellini down to the inside. Lapadula on the outside line holds on. Oh, Capellini making contact with the wall. More contact with the wall by Capellini. My heavens. Michael Brooks running away from this mess. Exactly what he wants to do. As these laps are winding down. Michael Brooks, the race leader. Colin Madiak in second. And these guys can't figure it out. Who wants third through seventh? That is a battle raging, by the way, 3 through 7. Cameron Martin, Lapadula, Capellini, Martin, and Zerbeto. But Michael Brooks is exactly where he wants to be, out front. Colin Madiak got caught in traffic. Almost put into the wall, and he is now 5.5 seconds back. What he needs is a caution flag. He definitely needs a caution flag. Michael Brooks does not want to see that caution, that is for sure. Coming up behind Michael there is Stephen Miller. Now Stephen shown in the 8th position, but he's got fresh tires. Now he gets by. Michael Brooks realizes what that situation is. Let him go. You're not going to benefit by racing him. Fabio Zerbeto, Massimo Martin here battling for position down the straightaway to the inside line. Fabio Zerbeto down on the inside takes that spot. Massimo Martin back to 7th as Fabio runs out of room right there. Runs out of room, my heavens. Into short chute, coming off the turn 1, and ran out of room. Smacked the wall. Now Massimo Martin might be able to take that spot back. He's going to have a lot of damage that he's got to deal with. Zerbeto holds on to that position. Back up here with Michael Brooks. 5.3 seconds here on lap 195. Michael Brooks down the front stretch, across the yard of bricks, 196. Take a look at Colin Madiak here running in the 2nd position. He has got a long way to go. He needs a caution flag in a hurry. 5 seconds back to the race leader. Running in the 2nd position is Colin Madiak in that 13 car. Rory Martin running in the 3rd position. Giacomo Lapadula closing in on him, so that battle for 3rd starting to heat up here as Giacomo here starting to close in on Rory Martin. Looking out the back of Rory Martin's machine at Giacomo Lapadula. Running in the 4th position. Laps are winding down, boys and girls. 197. Michael Brooks in control. Colin Madiak now 6 seconds back. And I just think that gamble to stay out would not been the one I would have taken. I would have pitted, taken 4. Wow, man, he almost scraped the wall right there. I would have taken some tires. I would have gambled. And I said it's easy to do that from this position and not in the driver's seat. Michael Brooks on his way to victory and a championship. Led a lot of laps early on. Got shuffled back on pit stops. Numerous cautions got him in his position where he reclaimed the lead. Late race caution, stayed out. Trouble for Colin on the restart, and now 6.5 second lead. One lap to go for Michael Brooks. Through the short chute, coming off turn 2, down the backstretch. Michael Brooks showing some muscle here. So Michael Brooks here, is he going to get this race win? I don't think it's even in doubt at this point, is it? Try to get a screenshot in, that ain't going to work. Michael Brooks coming off turn 4, down the front stretch, crossing the yard of bricks, and is going to get this race win at Indy. Michael Brooks gets the race win and the championship. So a great race win for Michael Brooks. Well played for him. Colin Madiak finishes in the second position. Rory Martin finishes in third. Giacomo Lapadula finishes in the fourth position. Lorenzo Capellini fifth. So Michael Brooks gets the win and, I believe, the championship. So Colin Madiak there trying to squeeze through as Michael Brooks doing his burnout there. So congratulations to Michael Brooks on a great race win. Here at Indianapolis, Colin Madiak, again, good race for him, finishes in the second position. Rory Martin finishes in third. Giacomo Lapadula finishes in the fourth position. Lorenzo Capellini in fifth. So a good finish for him as well. Fabio Zerbato is sixth. Massimo Martin finishes seventh. Stephen Miller finishes in the eighth position. And finishing in ninth, Andrew Quartley, Richard Brooks rounding out the top 10. There we go, covering up the names there. But there you go, the top 10 with the big race win. So Michael Brooks gets the race win. Congratulations to him. And what a great run for him, huh? Absolutely great run for him. So undoubtedly we'll have a chat with Michael Brooks and the crew up in the booth. Very interesting race, that is for sure.
A lot of soul.
We'll jump up here in the booth and have a little chat with them. One thing I was very impressed with is we had a lot of green flag runs. It was a very interesting race, and we had a couple cautions obviously throughout the night there. But for the most part, really was a very, very clean, very good race, and excited to see that. So here we go.
Driver standings. I want to see the result. Hi, Heath.
Yeah, you might upload it.
So when is
All
it
right.
appropriate to ask
Hi, Heath.
inappropriate questions?
It's not appropriate right now. Hey, thanks for coming in, guys, and congratulations on Michael Brooks for winning the race, man. What an exciting race there for you, huh?
Hi Heath. Yeah, that was I think that's the longest race I've ever done, apart from some endurance race. But that's definitely the longest stint I've done. And yeah, I was just trying to keep my nose clean. I was fighting with Colin, Thomas, and Andrew at the start, but then Thomas, his computer died on him, so it was really unfortunate for Thomas. But then he became my crew chief, which kind of helped me a little bit. And then after that, I think Colin had some sort of issue, so it was me and Andrew quarterly fighting for a while. And Andrew really had me nervous. Like, he was about half a second behind me for like half the race, I swear to God. But then I don't know what happened to Andrew, he just lost connection or something. But then I think I was a couple of seconds ahead of Colin at the fuel stops. But then, as I was accelerating, I pressed the pit limiter button like an idiot. So he was right on my back, I think, or I think I might have been here with Andrew. But yeah, I was just trying to keep my nose clean, and yeah, I'm so drained. I can't believe it. I think I've won the championship with that as well. That's the best race I've ever done. I think that was amazing.
Yes, you did, Michael.
Well, I think Colin's in here too, and Colin, I got to wonder on that last caution flag, you know, if it crossed your mind to maybe come down pit lane, since I think it was just the two of you on the lead lap, if I was looking at that correctly, and come down pit lane, maybe get 4 tires, even though you might have given up a little bit of track position, but you had 4 fresh tires on the car. Was there any thought process of maybe coming down to pit lane?
Yeah, I realized I should have about 5 laps after the green dropped, so it was kind of disappointing. I was really just seeing what Michael was going to do, how he was going to play the game, but it was just really unfortunate in the end, not pitting and having worn tires and getting caught up with all the lap cars going around you and getting in front of you, and it was just really hard to fight at the end with all the traffic. Really unfortunate.
I know, following on from what Colin said, like towards the end, Stephen called me. Like, he had such a pace of us. I just let Stephen go because he just bugged off into the distance because I had no answer for him. So if Colin pitted, I think you probably would have got me. I was so relieved you didn't pit.
Yeah.
We were watching you come.
I know, because you had a crew chief.
It wasn't planned, to be fair, but it was very helpful.
Well, I would have been your crew chief, but I was in the middle of doing a broadcast, so there was really no way for me to get a message to you. But I was trying to send it telepathically that come down pit lane, take 4 tires, don't take any fuel, and you would have been.
I heard
good.
you.
But what a great run there. We had a little bit of caution frenzy, I guess, at the beginning of the race, but once things got sorted out, it was some really good long green flag runs.
Yeah, like, I think there was a couple of just silly incidents on the start for people just trying to get a couple of positions at the start, but yeah, like, that was a brutally long race for me, like, especially because I've got a direct driver and I didn't turn the force feedback down, so my hands are destroyed right now.
Yeah, I love the direct drive wheels, but they do wear you out on these long races, that's for sure. Fabio Zerbato, pretty good race there, all in all, for you, and you had some pretty significant battles there with Lorenzo Capellini, Massimo as well. Talk about your race tonight.
Oh, well, I was I thought to be safe for the race. So in fact, at the first 100 laps, I lost some positions at the restart. But on the last 80 laps, I started to push better, and in fact I was third. And on the last 40 laps, I was doing fuel saving. I saw that Ferrari did that too, because he didn't. He wasn't catching me. Also, he was losing terrain. So I started to do fuel saving, and that was a good thing. But fortunately, we had the last yellow flag, and that mix all the things. On the restart, I had a massive understeer on all corners behind Michael and behind I don't know, I don't remember who. And on the last corner, I hit the wall and I had a massive oversteer. So I lost all positions, unfortunately. That was my result. But I'm happy that this is my first long race that I ever do in my sim race career. So it's okay to me that I finished in a good position at all. I'm sixth in the championship, and it's okay for me. Congrats to Michael.
Yeah, Rory, wanted to talk a little bit about your race here. You ended up finishing in third position here tonight, but man, you had an eventful race.
Yeah, I mean, the full course yellow, I think, put me out of contention of the win. I think I just about would have made it towards the end, and I was reeling in Fabio. I don't know if I would have been able to catch up, but it certainly would have given me a real chance of winning. But it is what it is. I'm pretty happy to finish third. It was a long old race. Was sent to the back in the first caution, but just slowly worked my way up. And race pace was good, but struggled a lot in dirty air. But yeah, good experience.
It seemed like the outside, when you get a car underneath you and you're going through the short chute, or coming out of, say, turn 1 or turn 3 into the short chute, we see a lot of guys hitting the wall there. Is it just a matter of trying to stay in the throttle and make the best of it and fight it off, or was it just that slick up in that group?
No, I think for me it's just like, because you're trying to carry as much speed as you possibly can, and like you get so close to the wall anyway. And so if you're like a meter out and you would get like a tiny bit of wash, you end up in the wall. Like I know when I was fighting, I think after the last round of like when me and Fabio pitted on the same lap, I think it was like, and I was following Fabio, and he went into the wall, and I just followed him because I was just assuming he was on the normal line. I just followed him into the wall in turn 1. But I think it's yeah. So I was like, oh, have I broken my car when that happened? But I got away with it, I think.
Yeah, I want to say I think we tested this track early before the season started, and it was an absolute mess. And this race was a lot better, in my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
I think that our skills are improved now. We did some of us before Indy, so we definitely are better now. But also, I think we understood the car, which is very important. Understood the setup for ovals. So I think it was just easier now to drive with this car, and maybe that's because of that. That race was just better, especially in front.
Massimo Martin, you finished in the 7th position. You want to talk a little bit about how the race went for you?
Yes, congratulations first of all to the winner. It was a very heavy race, especially this one. What my race? It was based to survive, okay, because I have not too much time to develop a custom setup, but at the end I have a good one, and try to survive and to keep the pace in order to save fuel. And I was achieving this result, but last full yellow course was caused by me and probably by Lorenzo that hit me when he was passing me to the inside. I was giving him the space, but probably not enough. By the way, it was a very fun race, and I hope that I can give some other oval race. Thank you, guys.
And then I believe we've got a new driver here joining us tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully, it's the same person I'm looking at here in the chat. Stephen Miller, talk about your race here.
That would be me. How was my race?
Yeah, absolutely.
I finished. That's a good thing. That's always a good thing. Whenever you can finish the Indy 500, that's always a good thing. It wasn't without its problems and issues along the way. But what I really enjoyed was the camaraderie from the group in testing before the event. To be honest with you, it was a lot of fun to talk to the guys and work with them and get some tips from them and share some information and work towards participating in the event.
Well, since you're new here, we're going to have to let you in on that nobody really likes Thomas here, so we'll just let you know that.
I thought Thomas was the good guy.
Oh, no. See, that's what he wants you to think.
Yeah, my race was... I don't want to talk about it.
Short and sweet.
My PC died.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what happened. There was a connection issue, but...
Yeah, my PC died. It wasn't a connection issue. My PC just showed blue screen, and that was the end.
I had a weird glitch, like 5 laps from the end. It just hesitated. I've never seen that before.
I thought you lagged. I had a heart attack in front.
Yeah,
of you watching you teleport around me.
Well, the final standings, the season standings, Michael wins the championship. Congratulations, bud.
But standings are not updated with double points for Indy, so it's with normal. Michael is a champion. Michael is a champion. Yes.
That's for sure.
You're gonna take the championship away from the guy by
If
tinkering the points.
Michael is a champion of this series.
Do I still get my second place at Pocono? Aww.
Okay, let's look at the point standings as they stand right now before Thomas boogers them up. Michael Brooks, Colin Madiak, Thomas Golom, Lorenzo Capellini, Rory, Cameron Martin, top 5, Fabio Zerbeto, Giacomo Lapadula, Cliff Vandeven, Paul Holt, and David DePoli rounding out the top 10. that's before Thomas gets to him.
I think
Hurry up.
I think what helped me win the race was I did a move on Colin on the outside on one of the restarts, and I think that's what won me the race overall in the end. I think if I didn't do that move, I think you would have probably held me up. I wouldn't have been able to get past you, I don't think.
In the beginning or the end? After the pits?
I think it was like midway through the race. When was that?
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
the midway through, Thomas?
Yeah, kind of somewhere midway through the race.
I know after we swapped places on the pit stops, I was gonna hold you up, and I'm like, I need to save fuel, so I was gonna get behind you, and then I kept understeering and hitting the wall. And it was just
I noticed. I was like, thank God, because every time I did it, I was like, oh, he's done it as well. That's okay.
Yeah, I was like 0.2 of a lap faster than you too.
Yeah, I was fuel saving a lot by that point.
Yeah.
Though, so I noticed that every time I can tell you a fast move was on that. I'm trying to save fuel, and it helped a lot in the end.
If
standings updated.
If only it was just me and you at the front, and not Fabio in between. No offense, Fabio.
Rory, you finished third overall.
Oh, wow.
Would you look at that?
All right, so the final standings are Michael, Colin, Rory, Lorenzo, Fabio, Thomas,
and me,
Giacomo, Cliff, Paul, and David.
That was a brilliant season.
That was a good season.
That was a good season with disappointing finish for
Do it
me.
again. Let's do it again. Run it back.
Well, I do have the podium. Well, my not my podium, but my graphic here for what you guys have coming up next season here with the Endurance World Series. You want to talk a little bit about that? Some of the tracks that you're going to see here, and sign-ups and all that mess.
Michael?
Oh, fine, I'll do it. Okay.
Hey, where's the grid girl? Oh, down. She's down at the bottom. I see.
I think that's Richard. I think that's Richard.
Right, real quick, I got to drop out, though. I got to go eat dinner. Congrats, Michael.
Thank you, mate.
Hey, go do your homework, man.
Do we have a poster somewhere so I can find the calendar? Oh,
you have calendar, yeah.
There we are. Right, so we are going, including the test race, we're going to 13 tracks all around the world. We're doing a test race in Suzuka on August 30th. Then we're round one of the Astral Championship is going to be Silverstone. Then we go to Portimao, Virginia, Daytona Road Course, Sebring, Kyalami, Istanbul, Sepang, Fuji, Le Mans, Monza, and the series finishes at Spa on August 29th next year. So it's a once a month endurance event. So to give people a bit of a break in time to practice because they're long races. But we look forward to it. And before that, we've also got a little. We've got our Bar 500 series. You want to talk about that, Thomas?
Michael, you can do it.
I barely know anything about that. Please, I'm so tired. You go.
Yeah. So before that, we have Tuesday series about RS 500 Summer Cup. It's 5 rounds series. Each round is double race. 2 races. The second race is inverted grid for top 10 from race 1. So it's, I think, pretty fun, pretty easy cup for every driver, and everyone is welcome. It's great series to start racing in here in Sim Racing Mania. So also newcomers are welcome to this series, and I think this car is very fun to drive. It's like a small monster, over 400 horsepower, front-wheel drive. It's very fast.
Well, going back to your endurance championship, they're going to be starting.
Yes.
What's kind of the car? What's the car that's going to be?
It's double class. It's double class. We will have the PI class, which includes Mazda, Acura, and Cadillac from IMSA Championship, and the GTE class, which includes Ferrari 488, Porsche 911, Corvette C7R, Aston Martin Panther GTE, and BMW M8 GTE. All cars from GTE class are Studio 397 DLC, and DPI class is from RSS Modding Group. very good cars. I think even better than LMP2 from Studio 397. So I think the battle in both classes will be very interesting. We have already some very good teams signed up for this series. So I think it will be great series, which will be very long, but also very exciting.
I think the good way to think of it is like a global IMSA series, really.
Yeah, it's kind of like global IMSA series, exactly.
And starting it off at Suzuka too, right?
Yeah, Suzuka is our track for test race. To learn the cars, to learn how it works, and then we are going to Silverstone, Endurance Classic.
Oh, that sounds like a great series, and man, I'll tell you what, this IndyCar series has been awesome. Been awesome to broadcast it, and I want to say congratulations to all you guys for a job well done, and then especially Michael Brooks for winning this championship too. A long, hard-fought battle, and I think it's safe to say that throughout the course of the season, I'm not sure you were really thinking that you were going to be in the hunt here to win the championship with some of the things that kind of happened to you throughout the season, but you were able to bounce back, stay in it, and come away with the championship. So congrats, man.
Thank you, Heath. Yeah, I totally did not think I was going to even be fighting for the championship, let alone win the damn thing. I know I had that second place on the first round, but that's because everyone else's car died, basically, from that car bug. So I thought, yeah, especially after round 2 when I was lapped down before the race even started from jumping the start. So, oh, there goes my chance of the victory. But then I guess I was just consistent, and that kept me in the hunt until the very end when, yeah, again, I was just consistent and I had good pace. And it was unfortunate that Thomas and Andrew had their issues because they could have easily beaten me in the race. But depending on how the strategies played out on that. But, yeah, it's been an incredible series, and I want to thank Thomas and Richard, and also Dino and Valeria, who the last two aren't here tonight, but thank you everyone for helping making this series work. It's been so much effort, and even you've been helping us behind the scenes put it all together, Heath, because we're just a load of Europeans. We don't know the first thing about oval racing until we started all this. So thank you to you guys, and also thank you to everyone who took part, because it's been such incredible racing all season long, and yeah, I just want to thank you guys for making the series as awesome as it has been.
Yeah, thank you to all drivers that race with us. Thank you, Heath. I know we are not as good on ovals as you and your league, High Octane Racing League, but yeah, we are trying to do our best, and I think that last race was very good.
Well, I'm going to say it is without a question that you guys are better on the ovals than we are on the road courses. There's no doubt about that.
And that is true.
Well, hey, congratulations, guys, and a season well done, and good luck to you in your endurance series. And who knows, man, I might show up once in a while to check you guys out. So thanks so much, man.
Thank you very much, Heath. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Take care, everyone. Get some rest. I'm tired.
All right, that's the crew joining us up here in the booth. Congratulations to Michael Brooks on the IndyCar GT Series Championship here at Sim Racing Mania. What an exciting one it was. And, like I said, I suspected he probably didn't even realize, throughout maybe halfway through, 3/4 of the way through, that really he was going to have a legit shot of taking home the championship. But nonetheless, he stayed in it and didn't lose hope. And here you go, a championship to Michael Brooks. So congratulations to him. And, really a hard-fought battle with all these drivers, too. It was very intense. One race to the next. It was just so intense. But a lot of fun to broadcast this series for these guys. Well, speaking of the Bushwhacker Series, we'll be back in action on Friday with the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series. 98 laps at Kansas Speedway. Qualifying starts at 9 p.m. We'll start the stream somewhere around 8:45 p.m. That is Eastern Time. So race number 5 in the 2020 summer season, 98 laps at that cookie cutter, Kansas. Should be a great one in the High Octane Racing League Bushwhackers Series. I want to say thank you so much for coming out and checking out the season and the race, of course, here on TurnLeftTV. Appreciate the camaraderie that I have been able to appreciate or had the pleasure or the honor of having with Sim Racing Mania. I've now done several seasons for those guys, 3 seasons I think for those guys, and fantastic crew there, very friendly crew, and I absolutely, it's one of the things I love about sim racing is that you make friends from all across the world. I've got some friends now, a lot of friends here in England, but also in other parts of Europe, Italy and Germany and so forth, the Netherlands as well, Portugal, a lot of guys there in South America too that I've been able to befriend, a lot of folks in Canada and so forth. But that is the cool thing about sim racing, man. I mean, when it goes down to it, it doesn't matter where you're from. You throw down the cards, you get behind the wheel, and you get after it. And these guys do it as well as anybody out there. So thank you so much. Thanks for coming in and supporting TurnLeftTV. If you'd like to make a donation, you can click on the link up in the banner of the channel and make a donation through PayPal. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's right there. Just give it a little tap, and you can share my videos with all your friends. Please hit the thumbs up button and let me know you were here. Don't forget about ZiaComics.com, your nerd headquarters. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Your nerd headquarters for all things comic. You want the books, you want the games, you want the action figures, this is the place to go. ZiaComics.com. Well, congratulations to Michael Brooks on that championship. And I'll tell you what, it's a good one. It was a good one. I'm glad to have been able to bring you every single race of that championship. So thank you so much for those guys at Sim Racing Mania and that continued hospitality that they treat me very, very good. So thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next time. I got to let the dog out. I'm out of here.